today.
What you want from me?
Yeah, today's the day.
What you want from me?
Today is the day.
Oh, won't you tell me?
Yeah, today is the day.
What you want from me?
Today is the day that I told you how unfair life is coming to be. When our children are killing children, chill the worthy, let the guilty go free. Oh, we read your app, your horoscope, a whole page just for society. We close our eyes to the painful, turn our heads on cold reality. Today,
What you want from me?
yeah, today's the day.
What you want from me?
Today is the day.
Oh, won't you tell me?
Yeah, today is the
What you
day.
want from me?
Good evening, everybody. It's gonna be a fun night. I can sense it already. Good evening to my beautiful crime family. Let me see who's all here. Oh, Michelle N, nice to see you. Hot mess, good to see you. Leah, my girl. Nacho, my girl. Leo. Deborah. Debray, my girl. Kate, my girl. Lots of my girls out there. I like that. Natural healing, my girl. Dana. Dana Lynn, yeah. T Taj. Kathleen, good to see you, my girl. Deborah. Moonflower, my girl. Cheryl. Elbow, my sweet girl. Teresa. Or is it Teresa? One of the two. Brandy. Oh boy, there's a Hope Floats, my girl. Miss Ma'am, good to see you. All right. Yeah. All right. We're going to have a fun night tonight. We have a special guest, and we're going to take a look at, hey, Rach, my girl, how you doing? And we also have a missing person that we're going to report on that Rach brought to my attention here today. Carrie T, hello. And Leah, yeah. Okay, so anyway, I want to introduce, and this is one of my most favorite new channels, and she's fucking awesome. And I know you all love her too, because I've been sending you over there. And she's been in the chat and everything. So I'm side, Joe, Open Mind, good to see ya. So let me introduce, without no further ado, Pia from Strange Suspicion.
Hey, how you doing, Tommy?
I'm all right.
Thanks for having me on.
Doing?
Pretty
Yeah,
good.
well, thanks for being here. Boy, I really like your channel. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I ran across it and I was like, oh man, who the hell is this?
Yeah, we try to keep it different. You know what I mean? We try to make it interesting.
Yeah.
A little bit of comedy too sometimes.
And I think being a girl, that's a good thing to disguise who you are too at the same time.
Oh,
but
absolutely.
What you did is really cool. And
thank you.
Some people were giving you a hard time because of the clown thing with Drip Drop, but you actually wouldn't talk to him, right?
Yeah. I'm actually a paid member, so we talk to him quite a lot.
Yeah. So, and you got the okay from him.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Right when I was starting the channel, I was like, I cannot show my face. You know what I mean? And he's like, well, just do whatever you feels right. And I told him that I wanted to do the clown thing, and he's like, go for it. I totally support you.
That's really cool.
So if it doesn't bother him, I'm fine with it. I don't want anybody to think I'm trying to.
I think it's cool that you asked him, that.
Yeah, for sure.
Asked him. Yeah.
Give him respect where respect is due. You know what I mean?
So what are you learning having a channel?
Oh my gosh. So many things. There's so many things I'm learning. It's crazy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you get a lot of emails. It's always good to keep an open, it's good to keep an open mind, but it's hard to keep people on track. You know what I mean? Because they'll hear part of something that you're saying. And I know there's bickering between creators. There's cover-ups of the people, and they're there's wackos sending 100 emails a day, and it's
you actually messaged me on that one.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I had to tell you, don't just block.
Yeah, and absolutely, yeah. I try to keep my community so far away from drama, as far away as I can, because I'm trying to focus on justice, and this is my first case, so my main focus is Kaylee, Ethan, Maddie, and Xana.
Right. Yeah. And that should be the main focus.
Yeah. And anything beyond that is just like a distraction, just like those emails. I feel like maybe that's someone trying to distract creators to change the narrative. And
you know what? And they do that to everybody.
It's awful.
It is. And it's like 20, 30 a day. You know what I'm saying?
Or more.
And it jams up your emails. You know what I'm saying?
And it takes away from people who are actually sending you quality, verified
stuff. Right. Yeah. So that's yeah,
I noticed it though. Yeah.
I learned right away too. And it was the same person.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never heard of that person ever. I've never heard of that channel ever.
Somebody did I think I might have been watching the Watchers or one of them ones. I'm not sure. Just did a whole thing about that person.
Wow. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I feel like there's spoofed channels, and you can tell from like the name because it's very close to another creator's name. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like when you said
No.
that channel, I heard the word Clue, and I was like, oh, and it was not who I thought it was because you said he.
Right.
I thought it was
Yeah.
Cluminati, and I was like, what?
No, not
There's no
Kuminai.
way. Yeah,
She's awesome. She's awesome.
she's super cool.
And
I love her
she's
channel.
she's been on my panel before. She's super cool. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, I love her channel.
But yeah. So we're gonna take a peek at one of your. Okay, which one are you?
I'm the clown.
Yeah, which one are you? Is it Don't Judge?
Don't judge.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Cover.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Okay.
Up.
I got a few screens up there, so that's why I'm.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
And
I got it wrong.
There we go.
All right.
This is the one. Yeah. Okay. And we'll take a peek at this. Okay. I watched it before we. There we go. All right, here we go.
Disclaimer.
I might want to mute you, Mike. Oh, what happened?
Disclaimer.
There we go.
The opinions and speculations presented in discussions about true crime are based on available information, public records, and individual perspectives. They do not constitute factual claims or legal conclusions. Content provided is for entertainment purposes only.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Order in the court.
Hey guys, welcome to Strange Suspicion. If you have not been here before, my name is Pia, and we have been covering the Brian Koberger case. If you are a subscriber or a paid member, shout out to you guys. Welcome back. And today, I hope everybody's had a wonderful week so far, and let's get right into the Brian Koberger case. Another thing that's been brought to my attention so many times, guys, this true crime podcast. The creator's name is T-Rev. The voice that you hear on this traffic stop could be the voice on this podcast. I encourage you to listen very closely to both and listen to the nuances and tones that he uses, because I believe that this absolutely could be Brian Koberger.
I think you know why I stopped you. You ran the red light.
What actually happened was I was stuck in the middle of the intersection.
Yeah,
So
I was
forced
behind
to
you the
turn
whole
left.
time.
Not much, man. I found you today. I watched your live earlier this afternoon and been watching this one. And the thing that strikes me kind of weird about all this is that I live in a college town, and I've worked with probably at least 10 Sigma Chi members, and you know, the one thing that every single one of them I feel like has asked me is, if you were going to kill somebody, how would you get away with it?
What the fuck?
That kind of sounds like you're trying to like suppress the story. I mean, why do you not need help? But hey, I could be wrong. And you officers, I apologize if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
I want to, please forgive me. Please forgive me.
Social media users began sharing Reddit posts that they claim were written by the suspect. The posts say, "I am inviting you to participate in a research project that seeks to understand how emotions and psychological traits influence decision-making when committing a crime. The poster identified himself as Brian Koberger, and the posts were shared in subreddits like ex-cons and prisons. So let's verify. Did Brian Koberger write the post on Reddit asking for help researching why people commit crimes? Our sources are court documents filed in Leda County District Court in Idaho, DeSales University, and a review of Internet Archives of Reddit using the Wayback Machine. The posts on Reddit appeared in June and have since been removed from the platform. Prosecutors introduced an affidavit written by Moscow, Idaho police, which confirmed the Reddit posts were made by Koberger. Using the Wayback Machine, we were able to look at the original posts. They included a DeSales University email address for Brian Koberger. DeSales confirms Koberger was a student there until 2022, where he earned his bachelor's in psychology and a master's in criminal justice. So, yes, Brian Koberger did post on Reddit asking for help researching why people commit crime.
I believe that this absolutely could be Brian Koberger, but that's just my opinion. If your opinion isn't the same, I still want to hear it. I would love to hear it because I just want to get down to the bottom of this case. Now, that's a great motive. Maybe somebody had heard that and they thought Brian's next step was to go to the police. If anybody associated with him at all, they would know this was his voice. And if anybody was listening to that true crime podcast, I've heard that Kaylee was a great big fan of true crime. So it's very likely her friends were as well. Speaking of intimate details, Brian Koberger and women, it's very interesting that in this document that I found, it's basically a document about Bethany's testimony or her
alleged exculpatory
evidence that would free Brian. She wants the information sealed. And the reason is because it would disclose intimate, private details that could incriminate her somehow in her personal life. So I'm wondering what that could be. Because it has to do with Bethany and Brian. You know, like a man and a woman.
Allegedly.
Like intimate. So I'm wondering, what could be so intimate, you know? This like weird incel guy and Bethany? I don't know, it seems like kind of obvious. Unless it's Brian's involvement with one of the roommates. And intimate details of it that people don't want to get out. What do you guys think it is? Brian Koberger is actually, like, I would say, like, as feminist as a guy could get. There's a show on Hulu called The Handmaid's Tale, and Margaret Atwood gave a lecture about the book.
Once upon a time in the recent future, a country went wrong. Ecological disasters ravaged the land, resulting in civil war, political turmoil, and widespread sterility. Only a very few women could still bear children. These women were called handmaids.
Sorry for helping.
You can see Brian. He's right in the front row. Very smart guy. He's tall, you know. Girls might find him attractive. And the last I heard, people thought that Brian Koberger was an incel. There's like a lot of women interested in Brian Koberger. But the one that goes over the top is this girl from Kentucky that makes him out to be like some kind of like sex symbol or like some kind of huge desire. She like wants to be with Brian Koberger more than anybody ever should. On the other hand, there was a woman who...
He kept trying to tickle me, and I would ask him to stop, or I'd say, "What are you doing?" And he would be like, "I'm not. No. I'm not tickling you." And he would get very serious. I proceeded to pretend to throw up in the bathroom, hoping that, you know, that would gross him out and he would leave.
Yes.
He had messaged me on Tinder and said that he was leaving and that he had a good time and that he would message me later.
No.
And then about an hour later, he messaged me and he said that I had good birthing hips. And
No.
I just never messaged him back after that.
Giving me Charlie Manson vibes.
Wait a minute, what is this shit?
Sure, no cussing in court.
So this part is kind of amusing to me because people believe in the right to privacy in the United States. Like, we actually believe we have the right to privacy. It's like a fallacy. It's like an outdated practice to have privacy. Privacy, it doesn't exist. It's just hidden. There are things hidden in plain sight. You know how we're all discussing the cell phone tower that Brian was picked up on all over the place. There's a lot of people picked up on that cell phone tower. Ridiculous. They're all over the place, and you can see them. And they're really, really, really easy to see. Some of the newer ones are less obnoxious, but just like law enforcement and the FBI don't tell you everything, neither does our government. There's cell phone towers in places you wouldn't even believe.
My name is Tom Oyland. I'm the president of SteepleCom. We are a company that represents thousands of churches nationwide to help them do deals with tower companies to use their steeples in their properties for cell sites.
I'm actually just from a very rural area, so we just don't have crosswalks.
Oh.
Unless I visit an area where there are crosswalks, and then it's not very frequent.
Yeah.
I do apologize if I was asking you too many questions about the law. I wasn't trying to
No, not at all. Like, I understand you're not from here, so if you don't, a lot of people don't know a bunch of laws.
If maybe this is nothing more than some kid in a fraternity trying to prove himself. That was it.
But for some reason, people want this guy to go down, and they're going to do whatever it takes. So before passing judgment, it would be great if we would just look at the facts. Okay, once again, I want to thank all my channel members, paid members, and unpaid members, all subscribers, and all new people who came to this channel. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with people who you think are good critical thinkers, intelligent-minded people who would enjoy my content.
And that would be all of you people, good critical thinkers. My crime family's they're good critical thinkers. Yeah. That's a really good video, Pia. Don't forget to unmute your mic. Oh, I bet you I know why.
You know what's up, Tommy.
Yeah, I know what's up. Yeah, that's what I like the way you put things together. And how long does it take you to put together like a 11-minute video like that?
Well, I mean, it's like a process. Like Bob and I, we go through it together, and then we decide what we're gonna discuss, and then he'll like put whatever, like the special effects, the funny things that pop up. I mean, I just want to make clear we're not trying to like make light of any of it. We're just pointing out things that are kind of.
Well, yeah, no, and I love the creation part of it. That's
but he works very, very hard, like days. He works for a couple days on each video, pretty much all
he does. Okay. All right. Yeah.
And he does all the music. All the music is him.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So we don't have to worry about copyright,
Right. Yeah, that's really well done. I really like it.
Thank you.
And let me ask my crime family out here, do you think that's Brian Koberger's voice or not? Yay or nay?
Let's see what they
think. Yay. Do you think that's Brian Koberger's voice? Come on, people. Question mark. It's on the here. I'll play it again.
Oh, yeah.
Where's that at here? It's got to be.
Let me see. No.
I should have time stamped it.
I think. Oh, wait. Go back where those two guys are with the knives.
Okay. Right about here?
Yeah, right about there. Yeah.
Okay.
Probably at least 10 Sigma Chi members. And, the one thing that every single one of them, I feel like has asked me is, if you were going to kill somebody.
Oh, we got a lot of no's and
What
Do
the
not.
fuck?
That kind of sounds like you're trying to like
I like
suppress the
that.
story. I mean, why do you not need
What
help?
the fuck?
But hey,
What the
you
fuck?
officers, I apologize if I'm
You can
wrong.
say that on your channel.
However, please forgive
Oh,
me.
yeah.
Please forgive me.
Social media users began sharing Reddit posts that they claim were written by the suspect. The posts say, I am inviting you to participate in a
Okay.
Yeah,
research
that was the
project that
survey.
seeks to understand how emotions and psychological
There's a
traits
couple that,
influence decision-making when committing a
that
crime.
think that it is,
The
but most
poster
of them
identified
are
himself as
no's
Brian
and
Koberger,
maybes.
and the posts were shared in subreddits like ex-cons
Yeah, I feel
and
like
prisons.
people
So
have
let's
Okay.
verify.
a lot of people have
Did Brian
commented
Koberger
on
write the post?
this video, and they've told me that they've heard that it's debunked. But I mean, I got to present both sides of everything to be like
Right. Oh, yeah.
unbiased and do it correctly. But
Yeah.
I think it did sound like Brian Koberger, and I think it would give like a great motive to Sigma Chi, because I heard Kaylee liked true crime, you know, and I
Yeah,
would
she was a
assume
sleuth.
right. And so her friends probably, when she was murdered, probably jumped right over to true crime, and maybe they were like, "That's
It
Brian
could be.
Koberger," and they're like, "Oh my God, we got to frame him." You know what I mean? Because they can't go
Well,
down.
yeah, that's what I was thinking too when I seen that and I watched this morning and that's the first thing that came to mind. My mind was that that's a piece that they would look at in a puzzle to frame somebody.
Right, because if you heard the Sigma Chi people were doing that, and you knew that it was Brian, if he's willing to call into like a live, what is it, a podcast, like a YouTube, it was T-Rev, I don't know, that was the
Oh,
first time
yeah.
right,
Right.
if he's gonna call into that, what's gonna stop him from calling the police? So there's only one way to, you know.
Right.
I would
Yeah.
think it makes sense, but I can't say that anybody can debunk anything. This is all speculation. There's no trial yet, you know. So I try to
Right.
just present both sides. So it very likely couldn't be, but it very likely could be.
But actually it could have been a part of a plan. They could have, had that down a long time ago. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? They could have said, okay, and then after it's done, we're gonna post this so it looks like it's Brian. You know what I'm saying?
Right, because
Yeah.
they don't want to like incriminate anyone. Like nobody that makes them money, no frat
Yeah.
boy.
It could be that they're trying to muddle the waters. You know what I'm saying? Like keep them away from Sigma Chi. You know what I mean? It could have been someone from Sigma Chi that actually did it.
Right.
To keep their eyes on Brian Koberger and off of Sigma Chi.
Right. I just don't
And-
get it though. You know, he's like a vegan. He wears like gloves on his
Right.
hands. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah. He won't even eat out of a pan that cooked me. You know? It's
Right,
like,
right. He's just gonna splatter blood all over the place and take
yeah,
one
it doesn't
shoe
make
off.
sense.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
It's crazy though, because they really are out for him. But I don't know how they could admit they're wrong. It's too late. There's no other that I know of, there's no other suspects.
No. Well, we don't know if there's
Or people of interest.
I've
maybe.
heard that there's still stuff going on. That there's still an investigation going on, is what I've heard.
I would hope.
I
Because
would hope
it's
so
just
too.
crazy, because when I watched Steve G was, he was interviewed and he was saying that what did he say? The manner of death didn't match up between Kaylee and Maddie, and that Maddie had
Right.
puncture wounds, not cuts.
Right. And
But
that
then she
suggests
was
two people.
stabbed. Yeah, absolutely, because there's so many people that could have jumped on one guy.
Right.
It seemed like at one time or another there was audio that's very, very loud.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would think he'd be more careful as well.
When we did the Linda Lane reflection series, I went in and I made louder some of the stuff in the background. You know what I mean? And there's a lot back there. There really is.
There is a lot back there.
There is a lot back there. If it's a true audio, that's the only thing that we don't know. You know what I mean? But I can't see somebody doing all that. It's like people have questioned me about the reflections. Well, but somebody could have put that in there, and it's like that's like a fucking Hollywood production. Why would they?
Right? Not a movie, right?
Right.
This is garbage. Like they're feeding us garbage. I really feel like they are.
Right. Yeah.
Because they don't want anybody to know like all the details, because then the trial is exposed, like the evidence that they do have is exposed, but I'm not sure anything. Like, who says it's a K-bar just because there's a print on a K-bar? Like, if their manner of death was different, I don't see how it could be.
Could have been a machete.
Where'd those golf clubs go? You know what I mean?
Right.
That seems like something you could break every bone in someone's face with. I would think.
Oh, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Yeah.
Or like knock somebody out so you could take care of the rest,
Right.
Like
and they, I think they still have the golf clubs. I don't think the family has gotten them back yet, which is, you know what I'm saying? So that kind of tells you something too, that they're, but we don't know what they have
just so much
against him. But, I look at that PCA and I just don't think they have a lot. I think that's why they're trying to hang on to that IGG. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Just, and they're trying to not give them everything, and it just points to they don't have a very strong case.
Right. Or even a murder weapon.
Yeah, no murder weapon at all.
Like, his prints on a K-bar knife sheath. Where's the K-bar? I thought there was one already in the house. And then when
there was from what I heard, there was, yeah.
Yeah, and that audio that you were like trying to see if it sounded like Brian, right in the background, that picture is from Sigma Chi. That's 2 K-bar knives. And
yeah, there's all kinds of pictures of those guys, and they have a fascination with knives. And what I heard, I don't know if this is true or not, but maybe one of the my people out here know. Is there a knife store, an actual fucking knife store in Moscow? Because that's what I've heard.
You know what? I don't know if there's a knife store, but I know there's an axe throwing club. Like not even like 2 miles away,
I've never even heard of such a fucking thing.
It's crazy. You go to a bar and you like sign a waiver, I would assume, and you drink alcohol and you throw axes at a target.
Are you fucking kidding me? That's just fucking nuts, man.
I mean, was there any axes missing? You know what I mean? Like, it sounds like a lot of damage for one knife.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But like I said, who says it's a knife?
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just, there's something about Bethany that it's like super intriguing, because whatever she has to say has been called exculpatory. I've seen it in the documents, which it blows my mind that he's in jail after a year. You know what I mean? She's got some evidence that would clear him, so he should go home. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's over a year.
Right.
I thought they could
she
only
doesn't
hold
want
the
to.
person
She
now.
doesn't. She's trying not to testify, and that's what gets to me too. What is it that? Why is she so scared to testify?
Well, it says there's intimate details. That's what I saw, and it's intimate details that would. Yeah, intimate details.
Huh. I seen unique to her experience is what I.
Yeah, when you look in the I don't know which document it is, but it's one of the sealed documents, obviously. But you can still read it when you go, to all the case, whatever that site is. The
right.
Yeah,
the government deal. Yeah.
Right, and it says the reason that you would seal her testimony is because it's intimate details that would interfere with her, like her daily life. You know what I mean? And I know she's getting married. That's what I saw. It was like a weird picture.
So she fucked Brian, and she doesn't want her husband to know.
I don't know, maybe. Right? I know. Hopefully there's not a little Brian in there, She's like, quick.
Oh my God.
You never know. Somebody knows something in that house. That's all I know. There's no way that they didn't hear it. They didn't smell it. They didn't report it.
Here's what gets to me, is the police department okay, it's either they're really fucking stupid or they're trying to cover it up.
Well,
I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's one or the other.
it's got to be. Yeah, but in every piece of lie that they spread, there is some truth, you know? You just got to like
Yeah.
look into it enough.
Right.
Puff, puff, pass, Bob says, Tommy.
Yeah, right.
Maybe I'm
Puff, puff,
babbling. I don't
pass.
know.
Yeah. Mods can't get you in here.
Oh, yeah, right? Right. I got a microphone. I see a lot of people in here. They were asking things, and then I just didn't want to interrupt you, but I don't know. Wait 8 hours to call 911.
Yeah,
No way.
you can go ahead and
Yeah.
go ahead and answer. Yeah. And
Yeah,
I
I
hear
mean-
that Cluminati's in here. And,
Oh, really?
yeah, Cluminati's in
Yeah.
here, I heard, and so is Swamp Rose too.
Swamp
So,
Rose, yeah. I love
Yeah,
her
we'll get those two up here if they want to come up. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, I think it said Leo or something. She was saying like 8 hours to call 911. All I can say about that is there's no way they were there. That's my opinion. Like dead bodies smell gross and you expel all the fluids from your body. You know what I mean? And they said it was such a gruesome scene that 4 dead bodies, not 1. And they're just hanging out in their
Right.
rooms. There's no way. It would stink so bad and I would want to get out of there. I don't know about you, but if I heard people screaming like that, I would either go help them or get the hell out of there.
Right.
It
Yeah.
sounds
There's something really wrong. But like I said, how stupid can the police be?
Pretty stupid or negligent, you know?
That or maybe okay. There's 3 things. Either they're really fucking stupid,
right?
Which we know they can be at times because
of
they get that tunnel vision shit, you know, that makes them stupid. That or there's another investigation going on still.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there could be. There could be
There
a
should be.
parallel investigation. Well, there was 50 FBI agents in town before it even happened. So
What?
something. Yeah, so something's going on. Something definitely is going on. And then shortly after you had that big big bust in big bust in Tacoma with that Jesse Bailey.
Oh yeah, Jesse
and
James Bailey.
You're right. And so I don't know if there's ties there. And then the Kopaka thing happened. I mean,
oh yeah,
there's just so much.
Day,
I mean,
right? It was the same day that wasn't it the same day that Brian Koberger got arrested, Brent Kopaka got killed? Or no, the same day he got pulled over in Indiana.
He got pulled over. Right,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and he's like, there was a shooting and they mute it in a lot of videos. It's like you look at the dad and you can see his mouth moving and there's no audio. It's weird.
Right.
He's like, there was a shooting at WSU, and they're like, what are you talking about? But I thought they said mass shooting, but maybe they just didn't know. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so they heard there was a shooting. They assume at a college it was a mass shooting.
Well, they could have heard it on the radio or something.
It was like close to campus, right?
Yeah, it was off campus, but yeah.
Did they live at the same apartment building?
No.
Oh, okay. Bob just said that in the background. He's like, no.
Yeah. No. But they're not, I mean, everything's close by there. I mean, everything's within 10 minutes of each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Isn't Pullman like, I don't know, 12 miles or something?
Yeah, it's just across the
that's the other thing with the cell phone towers. You know, he's going to go off the same one no matter where he is. And what if he's dropping off a friend or something? They want to drive around and smoke a bowl and they're just randomly.
There was that place supposedly where he drove back to Pullman. Even on the way there, he came within 1 block of Kopaka's place both times.
Oh, really? Do you think that they knew each other?
So some people, I don't know. That's a tough one. I know. That's a tough one.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of people, they'll put together whatever their assumption is and they'll build on it. And then it's like, to me, it feels like, man, I don't want to try to build some kind of narrative and go one way or the other.
Right.
I've always felt like this doesn't add up. This is not one person who studied criminology at a PhD level, he wouldn't be messy. He knows how people get caught. He studies that. He's not going to
Right.
get caught. And so,
Well, then to go across the state line to a state that has the death penalty.
yeah. And
You know?
why would, if they thought it was him, why would they like let him go all the way to Pennsylvania, pull him over a couple times and not grab him if they thought he killed 4 people? That doesn't make me feel safe.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
people kill people all the time, but it's
Yep.
nice when they would get caught and not framed. It kind of feels like this is, I don't know, staged in a way.
Yeah, that's what I keep saying is it's been even the crime scene was staged, because I really don't believe that. Well, in my opinion, that Zana and Ethan were not taken out at the house. I think Kaylee and Maddie were, but I don't think Zana and Ethan were. I think it was 2 separate things.
So you think they happened at separate times?
Yeah.
Because did you see? I know you watch my videos, but I know you're super busy. But like, did you see that Ethan's mom said 2 a.m.?
Yeah, 2 a.m. the dark hour.
So maybe they died at 2 a.m.
Yeah, the way I figured it, what did we figure? When Karen and I were doing the reflection series, we figured it was right around between 2:20 and 2:30. 2:30.
The audio, you mean?
2:30. Yeah, going by the audio and stuff like that, it sounded like he was taken out at about 2:20 to 2:30. He got there at about 1:19. At 1:16, you can hear a radio,
like a walkie-talkie.
Like a walkie-talkie, and you can actually hear somebody talking.
Like a police officer or something.
Yeah, but then there was a click, almost like telling people at Linda Lane that he was on his way.
And, like a signal, you mean? Yeah.
Like a signal. And then he would have arrived at about 1:18, 1:19 to Linda Lane. And we figured that with the fighting that was going on, and you can actually see the fighting in the reflections, we figured it was around 2:20 to 2:30 that Ethan was taken out. But here, and I'll show you here. I'll show you something. Which one is it?
Hot mess. I agree. Ethan's mom is
3:15
of work.
3:15 right here. Okay, this is at 3:15. Okay, and this is who I think went or took out Kaylee and Maddie.
And this is on Linda Lane.
This is on Linda Lane, and it's at 3:15 a.m. Now check this out. Watch up in here. See him? He's walking towards the house.
He's walking towards the house.
Now watch over here. He's going towards the house. He's going towards 1122.
Yep. Clear as day.
Yep, there he is, right there.
Yep.
And he's going towards the house. And this is at 3:15. That's to me, that's the killer right there of Kaylee and Maddie. I'll show it again. Now that looks like hoodie guy with black pants.
Right. So that's Jack S.
And then you look over here and you can see him. And he's going towards the fucking house.
It looks like, yeah. And then when he gets up there.
One more time. We'll look at
Let me see.
Yeah, he's skinny. Whoever it is skinny as fuck.
Totally skinny. Maybe it's a woman.
That could be too.
Is it in some of the audio? I swear I heard the name Emma. I don't know. I'm not trying to be biased against somebody, but I thought I heard I thought I heard a lot of things about Emma, you know?
One thing that you'll notice is whoever it is does have a gray hoodie on, have a gray sweater. See that? You can see it.
Oh,
It's
yeah?
gray. Yeah.
Look at his swagger.
Definitely gray.
You know, that's how Hunter walks. Bob's in the background saying, allegedly. Allegedly.
Right.
Yeah, but when he walked up at the memorial, he kind of did a strut, and I was like, why is he strutting like that? And then all he talked about was how Ethan owed him money and stuff, and like how he bought Ethan beer and Ethan never paid him back. It was weird.
Right. Right.
And then he said he was his best friend, but I swear there was another video and there was like maybe 4 or 5 frat guys sitting there from Sigma Chi talking about Ethan. And there was a different guy that just said he was his best friend and they sang country songs together. But then when Hunter went up, Pete, okay. Yeah, right.
Yeah, you can hear his name too also.
And he's on videos with Ethan singing country songs.
Right.
And I never seen Hunter on a video like a TikTok with Ethan singing a country song. So I felt like it was weird that he like claimed that was him when it's he said his name was Pete, right? So I wonder why he would like try to make people think he's closer to Ethan than he actually is. Emma was into some underhanded things before the crime at 1122. Yeah, you're right, Hot Mesh. She was involved in like a fentanyl. Her and her boyfriend, Demetrius, were involved in fentanyl, but then their charges were dropped, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's weird. Super
right.
weird.
Right. Let's take a peek. Let's keep watching this. I don't know what else is on here.
You see that blinking? Maybe it's not this video. I'm just reading the comments. Let me just check them out real quick. Yeah, Demetrius. Okay, let's see. I don't know if this is the same video, guys, but I saw a video where it looked like the guy was going back and forth by the door. And then there was a flashing light. And that's like a keypad lock. That's from what I've heard. There was a keypad lock on the front door. I had like a video with it on there. And when you use those and you use the wrong code, it just lights up real quick, like it flashes. Or it could have been a flashlight.
Yeah, there's a flashing. Yep, no doubt about it.
You know what I mean? Have you ever seen those keypad locks on a door? I have one. You have to like put in the code, and if you do it wrong, it'll go beep, 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 and it blinks.
Right. Yeah. Well, there was flashing over here.
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
Point. Right.
So that's at 3:15.
That 3:15. This is what really gets to me. I mean, here's this dude. You know, why is this not? Did they look into this? I mean, did they clear this guy? He's going towards the fucking house at 3:15 a.m.
I know they've cleared a lot of people. I don't know. Anybody, it seems to me anybody connected with these people has been cleared. That's what I think. And then somebody who has no connection to them is being implicated in something super horrible. Like, I don't know, maybe if he was like a freshman in college and he didn't know anything about psychology and criminology, like he's about to have a PhD.
Right.
He's gonna be a doctor of criminology.
Right. And he straightened out his life, and he did all the right things, and
Yeah,
it just doesn't make sense.
They're painting him in a really, really ugly light, like for a whole year before this trial. And that town is so small.
Right.
I don't know how he's ever gonna like have a fair shot.
I don't know either. He's not gonna.
You get a jury of your peers, but who are his peers? You know?
Right.
Not the frat guys. not the Masons,
Right?
not the Church of Christ, or
Right.
no.
Yeah, a lot of weird shit over there. I mean, you
So
look
much,
at Brian Kohlberger's apartment, and it's got the Freemason logo on his doorway.
Yeah,
where
the
it
G,
goes,
right?
the big G. Yeah. And it's
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? That's
I
so
know.
fucking weird. You know what I mean?
Super weird. That's a weird. I don't know what. I was just reading about them, and like they have the oath they take. There's like a first oath, and it's a total secret. But I think it's secrecy. That's what I think it is.
It's a big time secrecy. Yeah. There was a one here downtown in this small town, and there was no windows or anything, you know. So who knows? Maybe they have big orgies in there or something. Who knows?
Very possible. Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah. With like masks on their face and like bells on their
Right.
toes. Did you see that ritual, or not ritual, but ceremony they were doing with that guy? I had this video, and I forgot what the ceremony is called, but it was a bunch of Mason guys, and they had a guy, and they pretended to kill him, and they had him in this canvas thing, and they were like lifting him up and down, and the guy was just like playing dead. It was so funny.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, is this one of those videos from the church? Is that what you're talking about? Or
No, a Masonic lodge.
oh, Masonic Lodge. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
There's a big one down there. I was looking at their stuff, and they actually have a Facebook, and there were no posts around that time. Like, not even like our heart goes out to our community who's at a loss.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Nothing at all. No acknowledgement.
Mm.
I was like, that's a little sus.
Yeah, and,
right?
and that whole church thing is fucking weird too.
Yeah, they're very like, I don't know. I
let me
guess
see if I can.
they're extremists. You know what I mean?
Right. Let me see if I can find
Terrifying.
this video that I had found. Let me see if I can find it here. Because it's really fucking weird. Girl, I mean, it's really fucking weird. Okay. No, it's not. He's got two. Oh, there it is. This is the page anyway. It's called Canon Press.
Oh, what's that?
Well, it's by Doug Wilson.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, there's some fucking weird ass shit, girl.
Like what? Like what?
Well, if I can find what I'm looking for, I'll show you.
Oh, I have faith in you. You can find it. He can find it, right, guys?
I hope so. I'm at the right page. It's just finding the right. Okay, is this the North? No, let me see if this is it. It looks like it can be, but I don't remember that part. Let me go back a little bit further before I try that.
That's crazy. Carrie T said it was weird. Hunter said he had a beautiful mustache. That's weird. He said Ethan did? Is that what you're saying, Carrie? That's weird.
Oh, weird. That is weird.
A beautiful mustache?
Right.
No.
Okay, yeah, I found what I'm looking for. Okay, wait, I gotta stop it though. Stop. Okay, there. Did it go back?
Man. Oh man.
I got it. Okay, here we go. Check this out, man. This is fucking really fucking.
I'm preparing myself.
Okay. So this is called No Quarter November.
Oh yeah.
22.
It doesn't that relate to like a Led Zeppelin thing, right?
No Quarter 2022.
Oh my god.
November of.
Oh my god.
So this is the month that it happened.
Awful thing happened. Yeah. It's tragic.
Check this out.
Hey, I'm Douglas Wilson. Welcome to No Quarter November. This is NQNQ. That stands for No Quarter November Quinquennial. That's because this is our 5th year of doing this. So, what's No Quarter November all about? Well, for 11 months out of the year, on my blog and in other places, I am the voice of sweet reason. I always qualify. And one of the things I've discovered is that those qualifications and nuances are diligently ignored. I've determined that being nuanced and balanced like that doesn't do me any good at all. And nobody notices, nobody pays attention. So we decided 5 years ago that we were going to start leaving the balance and the nuance and the subtlety out of it. We're not going to qualify anything. So for the month of November, I'm just going to tell you what I think. Now, I'm 69 years old, and that means next year in November, I'll be 70, and I'll be able to tell you what I really think. A number of our critics wonder what we have, what's the thing we have about fire? Why do we burn things? Well, I would want to observe, somewhat mildly, that we're not the ones burning the world down. The world's burning down, and we're simply observing that that's what's happening. Over the course of November, one of the things we do is we're going to be giving away a boatload of free books. There's going to be a lot of new content dropping on Canon Plus. The discount code for the month of November is NQNQ. It could be pronounced Nink Nink or Yum Yum.
What the fuck? All dadgum month. What is dadgum?
That's fucking weird shit. And there's more.
Yeah, it is weird. He put that on there?
is.
That wasn't you putting that on there, the fire? He put that on there?
he yeah, that's his video.
Oh my god, that is nutty. How crazy.
Yeah, there's more. I'm telling you, the dude is fucking crazy.
Oh my god.
Let me see if I can find.
That's not weird at all, right?
Oh yeah, here's another one. Mostly peaceful. No Quarter November 2020.
Keyword mostly, right?
Right. Yeah, November is a huge month for that church. So
that's weird.
Yeah.
Why?
Check this shit out. This is just fucked up, man. This is just fucked up.
It's a lumberjack.
Come on.
Welcome to No Quarter November. Thanks for coming back. You know, thoughtful criminals through the ages have known that one of the things you need to do after you're done with your crimes is destroy the evidence. Destroy the
Check it out.
Evidence that you've been there or that you had anything to do with it. And we should all
listen to this fucker, man.
Still with that cigar, right?
Yeah, listen to this. Listen to what he says, though. And start this over. This is just too fucked up.
Welcome to No Quarter November. Thanks for coming back. You know, thoughtful criminals through the ages have known that one of the things you need to do after you're done with your crimes is destroy the evidence. Destroy any evidence that you've been there or that you had anything to do with it. And we should also point out that I'm not a criminal. But I am, however, a thought criminal. I'm afraid that in this beloved truck of mine, in this truck, I have committed many thought crimes. These thought crimes have been the sorts of things that have drawn the ire of people all over the world. The thing you want to do is make sure that your thought crimes are not thought crimes in the eyes of God, but rather simply in the eyes of man. So then, you don't want to be guilty of thought crimes as far as God is concerned. You want to be approved by God. But you do want to be guilty of thought crimes, the kind of thought crimes that Amazon and Facebook and Twitter and all our thought leaders, thought cattle prodders, thought regulators approve of.
Wow.
You want a metaphor for Western culture right now? There you go. What you're going to get through No Quarter November, or as we're calling it now, mostly peaceful November, is the truth. Unvarnished truth, unpolished truth, unqualified truth, just putting it out there.
So, am I misunderstanding that he's talking about like burning evidence?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's what it
burning
sounds like
evidence,
to me.
right?
Burning evidence.
What in the
Yeah.
hell is going on in this place?
Yeah, it's
What a creepy
you know,
town.
I know. No shit, huh?
Yeah,
I
it's like
definitely wouldn't want to
cultish,
live there.
right?
Right.
Yeah, I'm not going
I
anywhere
just,
near there in November. No way. That's
right.
crazy. So
And that
that's
was
their.
2 years.
That's the
2 years
church.
before. Yeah, that's a church. Yeah, that's the
Whoa.
Christ Church. That's the pastor. That's the main guy. That's Doug Wilson. That's the main guy of the Christ Church
Oh
in
my
Moscow.
God. And so he just wants to start everything on fire.
Right?
Creepy.
It's
Why
just,
would he?
yeah, it's really
Wow.
creepy.
Pretty dumb of him to have that online.
Right? Yeah, it's crazy. I'm speechless when it comes to this. You know what I mean? It's
Right,
like, what
right.
the
I'm
fuck?
like, what is going on really? Like, there's so many people in that town that are suspicious to me, but none of them are implicated in this crime. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
how did they clear people so fast? Like Hunter. If Hunter was the one that
Yeah.
called 911, well, what about him?
Right. And well, you know what's weird is well, I suppose they would have to, but the yellow tape, they kept his truck in the yellow tape.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, his truck was there, and so it
wonder
must
if
have
they
been
even looked
part of
at it.
evidence, and it would have to be because he's the one that went there, you know, and made
Right,
the
allegedly,
supposedly
right,
made the-
yeah.
allegedly.
Allegedly.
I never said allegedly so much in my life, and
Yeah, do it in
last
slow
year.
motion. You gotta be like, allegedly.
Right? Yeah, I love the way you do it.
That's all Bob. That's all him.
Right? Yeah, you
It's
do a good job of
hilarious,
editing
though.
there, Bob. That's awesome shit, man. That's fucking awesome. I should have you do one of mine. I'll pay you. That's some good shit.
He
does a
would
good
do
job.
one of yours. He said you should do one of his. He'll pay you. He's got the devil
Right.
horns up in the air. He's like, yeah, I'm down.
Right?
Yeah, that would be cool. It'd probably be hilarious.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Didn't drive to. No, Hunter didn't. I thought he drove to. Oh, he just walked across the street, or what? Why is that black truck? Isn't that his black truck?
I thought that was Dylan's black truck. Or which truck? Which one are you talking about?
The truck that was there.
That was inside that. Yeah, there was
there
vehicles
was
or
Ethan.
something.
Yeah, Ethan's red Jeep, and then there's that black SUV right behind it, or black truck, or whatever it was. I heard that was Hunter's, but I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah, but it's weird that kid is always around, you know, like in the videos where they're like, nobody's home, that's Hunter, right? And then
Right.
Haley
Yep.
gets a noise complaint, and the guy's like got like handcuffs made out of like plastic. I don't even know how to say, like plastic cuffs, and he's sitting on the
Right.
couch. And I'm like, what is going on here? Like, what is Kaylee doing with this kid? Like plastic
Right.
handcuffs on him. That's creepy. And why
And
is he
then did
there
you-
when they're not home?
Right. Did you see where you can see Dylan sneaking in the door?
Where? Which? What?
When the cops came that time.
Dylan did?
Yeah, she was right there. She snuck in the door. She snuck in that sliding door before other people came out.
Wow.
Yeah, I got pictures of that.
She's right. Her room's right down the hall from the sliding door. Be really
Right.
easy for her to do it. But he was
Yeah.
he's like, oh, I checked every room. You know what I mean? Oh, AR Hayes is saying you want me to join you guys. Send me a link or drop me a link, if so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
bring him on there. He's team positivity too. He's the one that like was starting to say team positivity.
Yeah, there's is Swamp Road still in here? I haven't seen anything. It's hard for me to keep track of the
Bob
chat.
saying AR's the man. He likes both of your channels. We both do. I don't like
Right.
channels with like drama and like crazy off topic.
Yeah, and I ran into some drama I didn't want to run into.
Yeah,
lately,
you shouldn't have to deal with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
that's just
crazy,
fucking
but people are
crazy.
doing it for whatever reason. Like that person who emailed me 100,000 times, I found out was like 3 people on my channel. Like,
Yeah,
the
and
hell?
you want to hear something really fucked up?
Yeah.
Okay, so this person that we're talking about, right? And they have like different profiles, okay, and but it's the same person, and you found that out now too, but seeing them talking to each other.
That's so funny. Talking to each other, the same person.
I'm knowing that I know it's the same person, and they're sitting there going, and the one is bragging up the other. It's just fucking too funny, man. It's like, what the fuck?
Right? I don't know. I
crazy
don't know
people out there.
who those people are, but they're out of their mind.
Right.
It's entertaining. It's free entertainment. I mean,
yeah, and not when they cloud up your email.
Your
and
emails,
then,
yeah.
You know, it's
'cause
so
there's a lot
out
of good
there.
people sending us emails in our communities, right? They're
Yeah.
helping us figure all
Yep.
this out. It's all about them too. Like we're all working together.
Right. No, I don't mind. I don't know. There's Swamp. Yeah. I don't mind.
Yeah.
I don't mind, my people sending me emails because they send good stuff.
Yeah, like majority of people are. It's weird. Like it's like some people think that they're so correct about this that they'll like look like, oh, I'll do a couple of emails and I will look like 2 different people, or I want them to say my name on their channel. But I mean, I have so many names for the same person. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
And I don't know why they would bother us. Like, what is their end goal? Other than distracting us from these, just like helping the families find justice. Because if it's not Brian
Exactly.
Koberger, it looks like they have no one else.
Well, I do have 3 profiles altogether, but I have my personal one, and then this one, and then I have one that that's just kind of a secret one that I use to
Your incognito one.
Well, yeah, to upload. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
To upload videos, because sometimes I want to check to make sure I'm not going to get copyrighted.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Because I've had that happen when, like right now, like doing this and got shut right down.
Oh my god.
Right. They shut the video right down. So
you're like, oh, where'd it go?
So I like to do a check. So I have this other profile that
That's smart.
that I upload videos to see if I can get, if it's going to pass or not, And sometimes it'll be a copyright, but not a strike. You know what I mean? It'll be a copyright.
Yeah, and they're like, but you can use
I can use it and whatever. Yeah. All right. Well, welcome to the stage, Mr. ARA.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr.
Hey. How are you guys?
There, brother?
Pretty good.
I'm all right.
Good to see the 2 of you. Can you guys hear me okay?
Oh, I can hear
you. Oh,
you.
yeah, you're fine. Yeah. Where's what's your name
Very
there?
clear audio.
Swamp. Grab that. Jump up here, girl.
Come on, Swamp.
Come on, Swamp.
Your channel is awesome, by the way.
Yeah, I like her. I like her channel. She's another one of the new
Yeah, and her
ones that I like.
sister-in-law, Gia, I think her name is. She does her.
The one that's
kinda-
on there.
Yeah, that's her
Okay.
sister-in-law, I believe.
Oh, okay. Lucas Boyd, my nephew,
Ooh,
the one that
another-
wrote wrote that movie about my dad. His name is Brent Boyd.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's my
That's
nephew.
ironic.
Yeah.
What channel did you say that was on?
Oh, that's he wrote a movie.
Oh, it was in
about
the
my
theater
dad,
though, right?
About my dad. Yeah, it was in theater, and Donald Sutherland played my dad.
Oh my gosh.
And you know who played me? It was Stevie Vai, but they cut.
I love that guy.
They cut the part. They cut my part. So
no.
But yeah, there is a movie out there with about my dad, and it's called
The only
Aurora
other movie
Borealis.
What's it called?
Aurora Borealis. Yeah, and it's it stars Donald Sutherland as my dad, and then what's her name?
Pretty big name.
Nurse Ratched.
Oh wow!
She plays my mom, and then there's Juliette Lewis, and Josh Jackson plays my. Creativity. You'll understand this, and Bob will understand this. Being musicians, the character of my nephew is actually my nephew and my brother-in-law combined. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Do you think it was pretty accurate the way that they portrayed?
No,
no, not at all. Or just
there's some things. He wore a blue cardigan sweater, which my dad always wore.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but Brent told us, and he made his mom a bitch, who's my sister, and kind of made her not so nice,
Oh no,
and she's like, yeah, what the hell,
I would
He says,
be too.
it's Hollywood, Mom. It's Hollywood,
right? She's not mommy dearest, right?
Right, but it is based on my dad, and the main thing is that it deals with what do you call Parkinson's disease and Alzheimer's disease.
Oh wow,
that's what my dad died from.
Well, I'm sorry to hear
so
that.
it's been on Lifetime, quite a few times, and so yeah, it's one of those kind of movies, But
yeah,
that's cool.
It's like a feel-good movie.
How did I get there? Oh, the Boyd thing. Yeah, the Boyd.
Oh, yeah.
I
don't know.
Anyway, Swamp, where are you? So how you been doing, AR?
Hey, I'm doing well, guys. Pia, first of all, you are growing so fast. I'm so proud of you.
Thank
you.
so
I really,
much.
really am. I know I stay in the darkness a little bit, but you've got a big fan from both Jen and I. We root you on. And we're excited to see you go to grow. And then Tommy, I always love you, brother. Always love you.
Yeah, we've known each other a long time. Before before we had a channel, we knew each other. So a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah. Tommy and I used to argue before we would even talk about cases.
Yep.
But you know what? We always respected each other, like we've said before. I still do to this day. And of course, both of you, I root both of you on. Just like Swamp Rose, I root her on every day as well. Because times are tough out here on the YouTube streets. Times are tough. And a lot of false information about creators being spread. A lot of creators getting attacked that don't deserve it. And I smile from behind the scenes because most of the stuff being said is so ridiculously stupid. And it's all like what people say. It's for clicks, but he says we're using him for clickbait or other people do. Guys, we don't need to use anybody for clickbait. We do just fine on our own.
Right.
My channel's not even monetized. And then the one that's attacking me is like, he does it for clicks and money. And you know what? I don't make money on anything. I don't have like super stickers. I don't have like buy me a cup of coffee or buy me a beer or something.
You know what, guys? in the end of the day, it doesn't matter whether you're monetized or monetized. I'm monetized. I do make money from this.
Yeah, I
Pia,
am as well.
Right.
Yeah.
yeah,
am.
and
I got
don't
monetized
Yeah,
in 3 months.
yeah, and I don't have nothing against that, guys. I don't have nothing against that
no.
whatsoever.
Yeah,
And,
don't
I
be.
don't need the
takes
money,
a lot of
and to me,
time,
it's more of a hassle than it is, and it isn't worth it for me. So I just
But guys, don't feel bad about it. You want to know why? People make their own decisions of who they want to listen
yeah,
to. They make their own decisions on whether they could support that financially themselves or whether
right.
they just need to let
What?
us write. I make money from YouTube, guys. YouTube pays me. I get
Right.
ad money. I get various
Right.
things through YouTube that if someone can't afford a membership, that's okay. That's great. If
Yeah,
you
we're still
can't
I'm
afford,
gonna have memberships, but the money is gonna be donated or something. But
yeah.
I
I
am
mean,
Right.
I'm gonna
It's
be
like
running memberships because I'm tired of other certain creators that are going, saying shit about me and making up stuff, and they don't even know me. They don't even know my life. They don't know anything. You know what I mean? They just
yeah.
saying
I
shit
got
after.
I got called a white supremacist the other day, guys. I got called a white
Yeah, I
supremacist.
know.
It's a
I'm the one that I messaged you right away on one of your things. Yeah,
farthest thing from the truth concerning my wife. Well, I'd be violating white supremacy considering she's another race. So I don't think it's really the truth, and I'm not a white supremacist. I'm glad to say I am not a white supremacist.
yeah,
So
and that's why I messaged you right away. And then I think Karen messaged you that
yeah, no, and I
about it,
appreciate it. I
and
really do.
yeah,
Yeah,
because
you
I
never
wanted you
gave me
to
that impression either.
Yeah,
Ever.
right.
and I love people. I don't care where you're from. I don't care how
Yeah, well, I'm
hard or
sure,
how easy.
and I'm
Yeah,
sure in
whatever.
prison, a lot of times you make decisions because you have to survive in that motherfucker.
Well,
And
what happens behind the fences is behind the fences. What's in the real world
yeah,
is what we are as real people. And guess what? I'm not in prison. I'm out here with you guys, and we're having a good time. We're
yep,
talking true crime. We're making
yep,
real friends. The heck with whatever happened over there. I don't even
right,
need to worry about what happened over there because I'm out here with all of you, and that's what
right.
matters.
Hi, Karen.
That's
Good to
what
see you,
matters.
girl.
Karen, great for stopping by. Good to see you, and everybody
Yeah,
else that's saying hi.
I hope she got some sleep. She hasn't been
Sometimes
sleeping.
sometimes I think we all need a little sleep. People
Right.
don't understand this YouTube world. It's long hours. It's very very time consuming. It's very draining.
They don't even know. They don't even know.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
a lot of us still have outside jobs. We have,
exactly.
loved ones at work. We have,
Responsibilities. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, we have lives, and
Right.
I heard you guys talking about the emails. I get about, my wife was telling me because I don't even look at them all. I get over 3,500 emails a day, and the funny thing is, I think I maybe have more subscribers than that, but that would mean I'm getting an email a day from every subscriber, and
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
that's about
yeah.
what it is. Yep.
But then,
So,
like my wife will tell you too, about 2,500 of them are you just put them in the trash can because you already know what
yep.
they are by the first line. You could tell where they're going. So
From the
whatever.
subject or whatever. Yeah.
Yep. So.
Yeah.
I wanted to hop up here. I was so happy to see the two of you networking and working together. This is what
Yeah.
it's
Well, we've
about.
been
You
emailing
know,
back and forth for quite a while, and I ran across her channel. Man, it's been a while ago now, and it was like I totally loved it from the get go, and
Yep.
then I
Thank
ran a
you.
couple of her videos and sent my people over there.
And it's kind
You
of
know,
funny, Strange, because I know right off the bat people were comparing you to another creator, but when
Yeah,
I saw you
exactly.
right off the bat, I knew it was
yeah, she had
ICP.
her,
Yeah.
she
I
has her
knew
own style.
exactly what it was. because we used to make a lot of actually really unique stuff for the band.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, my wife is a really good artist. I used to help her create a lot of stuff. So we made everything from rolling trays and dab tools, all kinds of
Dang.
stuff for the band. So it's like when I
Wow.
first saw you, I knew Juggalo and Jiggalette. I knew exactly what it was. And then somebody said, "Oh, she's copying another creator." I'm like, you guys are so foolish, like so
Right,
foolish. But
exactly.
I,
Yeah,
I,
and
I'm, ju-
I also was told that, like, I don't even know who these people are, but when I first started, they were like, "We know who you are. You're," I think it was Michelle Lee or something, and I was like, "You can see my picture in my shorts with all my Halloween makeup. Right at the end, my face is right there." But they were so
it,
convinced it was like a bully thing, you know? I was like, "Stop it."
and
Like, I'm not gonna show
that's
my face no matter how much you bully me, you know what I mean?
yeah, and you don't have to stay unique.
No,
Stay exactly who you are. Have a
Yeah, I'm
good
trying to
time
stay
with it.
safe.
You have so many supporters, and I'm one of them, and I will stand up for you. And I know Tommy will because we do this. This is how we are, and I know you will for us as well. We
Yeah,
got
team
your back.
positivity, right?
Yeah, exactly. Just like when I put that video out, and you know what? That's what I live by moving forward. I'm not going to negative talk anybody, but I'll tell you what, nobody's going to pick on you or anybody else. Not
That's
on
why
my
I am
watch.
too.
Yeah,
Not
that's
on my
how I feel
watch.
That's
too.
why I am.
Yeah.
That's why I am too. Yeah.
'Cause none of
We
us are
Okay,
asking for
got to
any of
stick up
that.
for each other, and really, you know, the community is pretty good. There's just a couple, and isn't there always just a couple? You know, that ruin it
I
for
would
others.
think, yeah.
You know what I mean? There's always going to be a couple. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've had
And
a couple. Yeah.
yeah, there's a couple of them
It's
out
just
there
like I'm
that
thinking,
it's
like,
just
why
gonna
aren't they concentrating on true crime? It's so weird.
right. Well,
What
one
does that
has
have to
usually
do with
has good
anything?
content and but you know, arrogance gets in the way.
Of
And you know,
course.
I do want to just say
That's
something real
all I'm
quick.
gonna say.
I noticed that Michelle Lee is in the chats. Michelle Lee, you have excellent
Oh, is
work
she?
yourself.
Is she?
Yeah,
I
she does.
I don't
Yeah,
Hey,
know you
Michelle,
real
I'm
well.
not you, right?
that's
Uh,
stellar.
uh,
Yep.
Oh, that's
yeah,
Stellar. I don't see
and
it yet. Oh, there it is.
Michelle Lee,
Hi,
in the
Michelle
past
Lee.
Puts out
spoke
good
very
content.
high. She spoke very highly of me in the past as well. She did me righteous. I have nothing against
Yep.
Michelle Lee. I've never said a
No, neither
negative
do I.
thing,
What is
and
the
I never
channel?
will.
Stellar
It's
Oh, it's
Research
Stellar
Society.
Star Research. Okay. Right,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
Star Research
So
Society, and it's got good. She has good content, and she's a creator like Bob and you.
she is
Oh, cool.
Creates the
absolutely,
video. A very good
and
creator at that. Yes.
That's
she
awesome.
is. You
I'm gonna
know,
check you out.
I've
Yeah.
actually watched. I can't say all of it because I don't have enough time to get on and watch everything from everybody.
Right?
I do my best,
Yeah.
and I
And that's why I
also
only have
tend
my chosen channels. You know what I mean?
right.
Right,
There's
Yeah,
exactly.
certain ones. You know. Yeah.
you know,
And you
and
two are them.
we all do our own really creative way of content. I love your guys' work. I all the effort you guys put in. Mine's not quite as effort filled in the sense I don't have the graphics. I don't,
You
but
do have a
mine is
Yeah,
family
but you
feel,
always
though.
have good. Oops, you always have good content because you have good opinions and you dive into your thoughts on it, and that's a perfect
yeah.
name for your channel.
Right. And a lot
But
of people don't understand it's kind of taxing sometimes on me too, because I have to go back into my old world to speak upon the reasons why I feel about things.
Oh,
And I have
right,
to relive things. So,
yeah, but
you know,
that's
it's
why
a different
the
concept.
name is so good. The name,
Yeah.
you nailed the name really good, and
Right.
because you do have good thoughts, and
I appreciate that.
I
but
like it.
I
Yeah,
love your
I did.
content. I love the way that you
I,
present everything.
I appreciate it
yeah.
a lot, and I have the same feeling for you guys. And Michelle, I'll throw it out there with Swamp Rose and many of the others out there as well.
Yeah, I want to
I
check out her channel.
absolutely love all the uniqueness that's out there. I support all of it.
We should all
Whether
be unique, right?
yeah, we
Like,
have
not
to
a
be.
competition. We're
Well,
motivated.
even the one
by-
I'm arguing with, even the one that we argued there for a few days, you know who I'm talking about.
The guy.
I still appreciate his content because his content is good.
Well, he left the YouTube
I don't like the way
platform.
he presents it. I don't like the way he
Right.
presents it.
He did leave YouTube. He's no longer on YouTube. Yeah, he left
Are you
YouTube.
serious?
He went over to Substack, and that's not a bad place for him. He's going to have a great following. He's got a great crowd. But yeah, he has chosen to leave YouTube for good, and he will now be on Substack.
Oh, he'll be back. He's done that before one other time.
No, I know. I do know, but I'm talking. Remember, Tommy,
no.
we're being
What happened to-
positive, and I think he'll do okay over there. I think
right,
he'll do
all
okay over there. So you know,
What happened to you?
but
I don't know. Here I am.
One of those glitches of StreamYard.
you know, I fall off panel like every 3 minutes.
I was like, oh my God, where did it go? Where did it go?
Yeah, I fall off like every 3 minutes. So back you are, but that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
do you
you know-
usually post your videos at a certain time, or are you like more like Tommy where you like whenever you have
You
something,
know,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Whenever they get done, you know, there's a lot of mine is like because I do have some investigators out there, and they're in here. They're my mods, and I'm waiting for their stuff to come in, and then I put things together. When I actually do a presentation, you know.
Right.
Otherwise, yeah, it's just when I feel like doing it.
I personally, right now, I'm not running with the schedule. I'm just kind of a spur of the moment thing. But what a lot of people, I haven't really ever said, I have 300 videos set to private right now that I could release at any point in time on various subjects outside of just the Idaho 4 or other cases. It's a lot of really intricate life stuff about myself, and then I'm also, as Tommy, you know, I think you know, I've gotten pretty in depth in writing a book. That's pretty. I've got hundreds of chapters written that, you know, I want to release, but then I just started actually speaking with a couple of people on a project with it. So now I'm kind of holding up on that, but I'm sure I'm going to start releasing that again as well. So no set schedule, a lot of projects in the fire, and hopefully I can start really moving forward with a few of them. So we'll see. We'll see what
That's
happens.
awesome.
Right.
Yeah. So, you know, as long as I can stay off this sangria wine, I'll continue to talk.
Oh God. Oh man, I remember getting sick off of that stuff when I used to drink.
I'm telling you, yeah. It could be fun. Let me tell you. Somebody asked me a question. I'm trying to see what it is. Do I think EB and DR rolled on? Oh, yeah. You know, I think there's a lot of rolling that happened on Jesse James. I think there's a lot of people that opened their mouth just due to a couple of factors. But Tommy, I'm sure you would agree and suspicion when you're in the narcotics game, the first thing anybody that's trying to get out of trouble will do is tell on somebody that can help them get their charges either dropped or lowered. And we all kind of see that happen with Emma and Demetrius. Otherwise, their charges wouldn't have gone away. They did.
Yeah, because they had a lot, right?
They did. And they had some substantially heavy charges that just miraculously disappeared. But on top of that now, what you have to really think about is Jesse James Bailey and his wife both worked within the prison system. Well, that's where a lot of the criminal activity, both inside the walls and outside the walls, all comes from. So he was known to be do we have to? What's that word that you guys were talking about earlier? Not assumed, but
Allegedly.
allegedly. No.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I should say allegedly, even though it's fully confirmed, and I can even personally confirm it. He was a leader of a very large prison affiliated gang, which I'm sure most
Jesse
that
James
have.
Bailey.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He
Oh, I'm
was a
sure he
part
was.
of the. Yeah, the Aryan Brotherhood. He was
Right.
very, very. He was one of the tops of the tops, and so when you merge all of that together, and someone says, "Do you think Emma or Demetrius actually told on him?" Well, there's a good chance they told on someone within his ring of people.
Right. Yep.
I don't think their hands would have actually been wide enough to get all the way up to dealing with him, but they would have known people below him. So, yeah, I think that was a big cause for his arrest.
Right. So they can like help get the quote unquote bigger guy, right? Cut him a deal, and then cut him loose.
You know, and that's the way things work. You start at the bottom of the totem pole with the mainstream, you know, passing it off at the college parties people, and then you want to get the next step of who actually
But you know
gets
what?
it to them.
They never get the main one where the
No.
money's coming
No,
from.
no.
They never
Yeah,
get the guy that
No.
owns the businesses, the fucking billionaire fucking motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about?
No. And
They
that's
never get
because
that dude.
they have enough money to bury themselves that nothing ever can be connected back.
Right, like
you know, there's
they
somebody.
never touch it. They don't
Yeah.
touch anything. They don't touch nothing.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, there's too many twists and turns within the game that even if I know the three
right back,
people
guys.
above me, and I could give up those 3 people, they would never know 10 people above them. You know what I mean?
Right,
It,
and
it's
wouldn't they sometimes give someone an like a promise of a deal and then not even follow through? Like, there's not even wasn't his name Hudson Lindau, that kid that died or overdosed or something?
Ludlow.
Yeah, Ludlow.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and what about that kid? You know what I mean? What about his family? Where's their justice at? If it was
Yeah,
sold
and
by
you know,
them.
I
There's some
agree.
states that'll give you the death penalty for that, I believe.
Yeah, I really started really investigating into that early because it really upset me to hear the bullying and the hazing, and then it really started to come together that everybody at the crime scene in the Idaho 4 knew everybody at the frat house, and they were all there the night it happened, and that's just really weird. If that doesn't have some involvement in this case, it would shock me. But who knows?
Yeah,
Who
and
knows?
I think it's like a very strange coincidence that the DNA is linked to Brian Koberger when, like, wasn't his sister in a movie where she like sliced people up? Wasn't she in a
She was.
horror
She
movie?
was in. Yep, she was in a thriller movie, a horror thriller.
Was she
Correct.
somebody stabbing somebody?
I think she was one that was running and hiding. I haven't actually looked at the movie, and I haven't watched it or anything of that nature. It just maybe that's even one I intentionally would always now avoid, just because I don't want to have any thought that would be a part of this whole ordeal. I don't want any extra spice on that. But yeah,
Right.
no, I and it is odd. Like, oh, now you got a guy that's literally involved in that as well. So.
Yeah, but
It's
I feel
just
like
it's
I feel
hard.
like he's like the out of town guy, He's not gonna be like connected to the University of Idaho or the Church of Christ. He's not gonna be somebody that the town's gonna freak out about, or a frat guy that they're protecting. There's so many like organizations that are corrupt in this little tiny town.
I know. From the police
Well,
department to the
it sounds-
churches to the it's like
Yeah, like
starting
every
to-
angle of the town.
I'm starting to look at it's not only just the town, it's the state. And then if you start jumping
It is
over
the
the
state. It is
border,
the state. Yep.
if you start jumping over the border into Washington State, it's pretty damn crazy as well. And I still have family that lives in Washington State, and I was going to go to Pullman to go to college, and so I know the area real well. And back then, in you know, the 90s, it didn't seem so odd. It just didn't. And now it's like I'm starting to see why everybody called it the party town, and why I'm starting to see it all now as I look into things. It's definitely interesting. So.
All right. I'm gonna. Did you see what I ran earlier by any chance?
Wow, somebody call me Drip Drop. Okay. What up, Borg? My name is Pia, not Drip Drop.
Yeah, no.
My gosh, you never saw face paint before? There's thousands of
Yeah.
people that wear face paint.
And everybody,
Right.
she's amazing with the way she does her unique paint too.
Yeah,
so,
definitely
Check it out,
my
everybody.
mods should be dropping your channel link and stuff too. So
I'll tell you what, if I ever get the guts to cover up my ugly face, I'll come get the beauty from you. You can put that paint on me.
I can do pretty good makeup. I acted in haunted houses for a really long time.
I bet you can. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I definitely would be a big customer. I did see, and I don't want to bypass her because Michelle Lee is being pretty awesome. She asked me how I felt about actually corralling the 4 people into the house and then possibly cutting off the power before or during the actual commission of the crime. Taser, a gun involved. There's so much that could be involved in this, and I think there's so much actual hiding of the crime scene is what makes me so damn nervous that we're never going to actually know what transpired within that home because they've gotten rid of that and hidden it even while it was there.
Everything.
But, you know, I've heard so much about the electricity at the home being off. I believe it was because that's the easiest way to ensure that you can get in and out, no lights, no craziness.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
Very easy. And it cuts out the internet. Do we
And
think
they could have been
this
wearing
guy,
those, you know, everybody at Linda Lane was wearing those fucking flashlights on their heads. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, and I'm telling you.
Here, I got to show
Go
you
ahead.
that. Did you see this, AR? When I ran it here a little while ago? I want to see what your opinion is on this. Because this is at 3:15 a.m., right? And it's the Linda Lane footage. But what I want you to do is look up here, all right? Because this is, to me, there's the killer right here. It's at 3:15, and he's going towards the house by himself. And it's the hoodie guy with black pants. Check this out. Right up in here. See him?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have the greatest
you can
eyes,
see him.
but I do see what you're pointing at. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you see him walking here towards there he is, going towards 1122. And this is at 3:15 a.m.
to be, right?
I'll run it one more. I'll run it one more time so you can maybe blow it up or something. Yeah, it's just. I mean, and has that guy been cleared? You know what I mean?
You know what? In a crime, because I'm a criminal, and I've had to go through so many interrogations, so many investigations. Even when I wasn't involved, I was one of the first doors they ever knocked on, because they got to go to the key people they know. Like, oh, this guy could possibly be involved. Let's go check it out right away. You do not clear people that quickly, even if it's proven they're not involved. You still don't clear them because you have to keep every opportunity and door open that maybe you miss something that is going to come back and pull that person back in.
Everyone.
So you can't. Yeah, you cannot in a quadruple homicide in a college town. Tell me, well, we brought 3 people down to the police station the day it happened. We talked to them for 18 hours and we cleared them. Well, what did you verify in those 18 hours? What did you go out about any part of their story and have time to verify? Who'd you talk to? What did you go research? Come on, it takes time. It takes time. And nobody's going to stand up at a podium like these officers did and clearly make the statements that they cleared these guys, because we all know behind the door, you did not. You did not. Some of them weren't even in town anymore, and you're saying you cleared them. Come on. That's bogus. That's bogus. We all know it.
Right. I don't know what they're basing the clearing on. You know what I mean? Like, what is going on? Do you think that if they thought it was Brian Koberger, that he was going to like be allowed to go all the way across the country like that?
Oh, they would never let that. In any case I've ever even been around or involved in myself, if they had any thought or concept that we could possibly have some sort of involvement, they would first do a 72-hour hold and detain so that they could watch us and interview us and talk to us. And then when they would have to release us
Right.
from that, we would have somebody on us the entire time. And the minute that we thought about leaving their jurisdiction, we would get pulled over. We would not be able to leave the jurisdiction. For them to
Yeah.
let this guy drive around, and then, you know, I watched another content creator the other day, and I almost, like, I spit up my soda on myself. My wife's like, "What's so funny?" Well, here we are again. They're trying to circle the little mark on his wrist that it was a slice and blah blah.
Oh God.
And
Oh
I'm
yeah.
thinking, I'm thinking to myself, you guys get so mad at us because we're critiquing parts of the investigation all the way through. Yet you are dumb enough to think that just out of the blue, here's Brian Koberger on body cam, and we're going to show this picture of a cut on his wrist. No, come on.
Could be
The-
handcuffs
and
cut on his wrist.
well, no, it's a shadow from the way that the sun is shining from the opposite side. There's a darkness under. If you look at your wrist, you have bones in the wrist that create a shadow. So we have a shadow on a guy's wrist, but now supposedly it's a slice because that fits their narrative.
Exactly.
Everybody,
Exactly.
on
Yeah.
it, the way that it's all being portrayed, and it's sad because it needs to be thought through and looked at, and that's why we're all so unique and important. Each of us has a different point of view that we're making. We're all showing something that's key that could help show
Yeah,
the way
exactly.
this case could go. If you add
we
your
should have a show sometime where like we have like 10 creators up here and just put our minds together and show what we've all like take the thing that we think the most. You know what I'm saying? Like each creator has something that they think is key to them. You know what I mean? Key to their theory or whatever. I mean, I just think it would be a bit awesome thing to do. Have like a bunch of creators and just sit back and try to piece together this puzzle.
And that's, I absolutely agree with you, Tommy. And the reason why I think that, let's just say the three of us are here right now. All three of us creators.
Here we are.
We all look at something a little bit differently. Tommy, you think Linda Lane plays a key part in this case.
Yep. I do.
Pia, you have your thoughts and what you're really zooming in on as well. And so do I. Mine's a little bit different. I stray away a little bit. Like, I don't talk a lot about Linda Lane. Could it be included? Yes. But I think you guys are diving in enough, making great valid points on that. I don't need to because I can't do it as well as you do. And my points would come across differently. And I don't want to contradict what you're saying. Because I think your points are very valid.
I appreciate that, Aaron.
I do too. Yeah.
You are a very thoughtful person when you think. You're a thinker, and I appreciate that. Yeah, you're a thinker, and I appreciate that about you.
There are different parts to what is so relevant to content creating. You have excellent researchers, people that dive deep into researching the materials, finding the new documents, finding what they see in windows. And that's all very important. Then you have the opposite side, someone like me. I just have emotion and thoughts based off of experiences. And I start looking at things going, if it was like that, how would I do it? Would I have done it this way, or could I possibly have done it? And then I start piecing little things together based off of what I learned off of documents and other things shown. And Pia, you do an actual great job of coming right down the middle of it to where you utilize some really cool ideas, but based off of research. And that's amazing too. You know,
Right,
so it's,
right. Because
when
we
you
we
put
are
this,
all like putting things together, right? But all in
right,
our own unique ways,
And
not
this
stepping on each
Carrie,
other's toes or comparing each other, you know?
right, yeah. This Carrie brings up a good point. Then my son showed me a motion sensor light you wear under your hat, and it's so bright you can't look at them. Now that's what they were wearing at Linda Lane, and we prove that. And what that does is it makes it so the cameras it distorts the face. They're made to do that. They're made to do that.
It's funny too because I used to wear those, Tommy, while committing a crime. I would wear one on the actual underbill of my hat that would shine forward, and I would always have one on the inside of my boot that's low to the ground. And the reason why is when I was trying to get out of places, one, I wanted to distort cameras. I always wanted a shining light that I could put into a camera to take the focus off of me. But then also I had cameras I could shine on things to distort what they look like, to take the important view away from that. So I believe you guys are onto something with those lights because I used to use them all the time. It was a simple battery operated light.
You can actually see them. And even in the reflections, you can see people standing and they got those lights on their fucking head. And then there's that one, or there's two in that black truck in the parking lot. And you don't even need to look at reflections to see them. You can actually see them. You know who did a good video on it? Is the best I've seen is Allegedly Innocent. You know who I'm talking about?
Allegedly innocent?
Yeah,
I believe I may.
Yeah, she usually goes with the prosecution, side. That's why it's called Allegedly Innocent. That when she started digging into Linda Lane, she was speechless because she was thinking that Brian is guilty. And then she started digging into Linda Lane, and she was like, her jaw just dropped when she seen everything that was going on, not just at Linda Lane, 500 Linda Lane there, Queen Road or whatever, 500 Queen Road or whatever, but at in the parking lot of Linda Lane, where you don't need to see the reflection, and she can actually see it. And what she did is she added a bunch of filters and stuff. And you can see the person running and jumping in the back seat head first, and they take off. And it's 4:23 a.m. And they're running from the house. Now, why isn't this in the? Why haven't we heard about this? Nobody's heard about this until Linda Lane came up, and it's that black SUV. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and who has a black SUV?
Yeah, I know. And the person and she could tell with the filters and everything, it was somebody tall and long gold hair.
Long gold hair?
Yes, a female. It was a female.
Oh, I know. There's a lot of people there with long gold hair. They look like
brownish gold, brownish hair, but long hair. And jumped in the back seat head first, and then they take off. And it was 4:23 a.m. That's fucked up. That's really fucked up.
So I'm going to make probably everybody laugh. This is going to show you how amazing I am at research. When that Linda Lane footage came out, and everybody's perception was seeing that white car, right? Where it pulls in, it stops, it sits, backs up, drives away, drives back.
I know.
You know what I saw first? I completely missed the white car. Never saw it. I watched the person walk to the black vehicle and start it.
Right.
And that's what I thought everybody was supposed to be seeing.
And that's why he stopped and backed out, dude.
I never, here's everybody yelling at me. They're like, dude, they're showing you the white car. I'm like, what white car are you talking about? The one that stops right in the middle of the video. Well, shit, I see the black car. I heard the black car start, drive away. What are you talking about?
They're like,
That's why he stopped and backed up. It's because he's seen what was going on. That's why he stopped
literally,
and backed up.
people had to point it out to me like 50 times before I finally was like, oh, there's the white car. Oh, that's what they're talking about. Holy shit. There it is. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking to myself, why is everybody so enamored with this little short video? And they're just like sitting here staring at the screen. I saw the person walk to the black vehicle, start it up, and drive away. What am I? Oh, there's a white car. Holy cow, man. And that's why I just decided I'm going to let everybody else dissect the videos and figure out what's on them, because I couldn't even see the white car.
Right? It's not the only white car in town, I'm sure.
Do you have a radio on or something?
Me?
Yeah, someone's got a radio on or something.
No, I don't have anything.
No, I don't have anything in the background. Maybe a snoring dog.
That's weird. What is something?
Yeah, I have snoring dog.
Is your audio in your ears still, Tommy?
What's that?
Is your audio still in your ears, or is it coming out the computer?
Yeah, that's why I can hear it so well.
Oh, yeah, mine is too in my ears. But it's like
I have a headset on
in the back. Well, maybe we're being like recorded by the authorities, guys.
It's strange, right?
And
there's so many things, about it. And that's what's crazy about this case is it can go so many different ways. Here it is, over a year later, and we've been digging. Everybody's been digging into it. We can't clear some of these people. How can LE clear some of these people so fast? I don't. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense.
it does actually.
Oh, that went away. Oh, there it goes again.
Tommy, I almost feel like you're cutting it out a little bit.
Yeah, because I keep pressing mute to figure out who it is.
Yeah, I just was on mute trying to listen too. And Tommy, I think even people are saying that you're having a little issue. But then people are also saying it's coming from me, maybe.
Oh my gosh, who's the guilty party?
Well, I mean, if it's me, I'll jump down. I'll jump back up.
Well, I muted and I was still there, so I don't know what's going on. I really mute once, AR, and just see if it goes away.
All right, hold on one sec.
Talk once. Oh no, it's still there, ain't it? It's when I talk.
Yeah, I was on mute that whole time.
How about me?
So.
Oh, it's when anybody talks. It's got to be a glitch in the machine, man.
Do you have something open from YouTube, Tommy?
No, I don't got anything open anymore. Nothing.
Yeah, I don't either.
It's weird. Yeah.
Oh, it sounds like you.
That's just weird, man. It's like an echo, but
is your volume muted on your computer? Or no, why would it be?
No, I tried muting too, and it still did it. Yeah, it's just really one of those strange things from your stream. I'm gonna jump out, and then I'm gonna jump out and come back in because it might be the host. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it could be. Wait, sounds like me. Is it me? Yeah.
I don't think it is you.
What do you guys think?
I think it's everybody.
That's weird.
It's whenever we talk. Yeah, it's really strange.
Do you want to close it down and repost?
It isn't too bad where, you know. Can you guys still hear me okay?
Bubbly said, who's having a sonogram?
Right.
Hilarious.
Hey, Bubbly, how you doing, girl? Good to see you.
Hey, Tommy, I'm going to jump down for 1 second, post a link, and I'll try to come back on and see if it's any better.
Yeah,
All right, dude.
Okay.
I think it's me.
Actually, I think it was everybody.
Oh, yeah, I hear what you're saying now because you're doing it too, yeah. Oh, how about
let's
no?
see. No, it was AR.
Wow.
Oh, I got to send the link here.
Oh, right, because it didn't happen before. He's probably just got like his phone next to him or something.
Yeah,
Is he on this phone?
no, he uses. I think he's using a phone. I think that's all he uses.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, that could be. He's next to something electronic,
Right.
maybe.
Right.
For a minute there, it sounded like all of us, but
Yeah, it did. Yeah, that's just really strange. It was all of us. That's what's weird. How can it be picking up our
super weird. I don't know. Maybe there's too much smoke at my house.
right?
I was like, is it me? Is it them? I couldn't
Right.
figure it out.
There he is. There he is. It was you, AR.
Well, I don't know how or why, but here we are.
Oh, that's way
Yeah,
better.
it's gone now. So yeah,
It's clear.
just had to reboot it a little bit.
I swapped headphones too. I went and got a different set of headphones, hoping maybe that would be a little better. So
Maybe the dogs were playing with the cord.
that could be. They are wild beasts, let me tell you.
Right.
But
So,
yeah, I love
what
them.
do you guys think of Sigma Chi
I think it's like
in relation to the murders?
Isn't Greek Row like kind of like a secret society where people like can't discuss the hazing,
Right.
they can't discuss like
Right. Yep.
the
Yeah,
misconduct or
they're extremely loyal to each other, but they are also very well protected by lawyers. Very well protected.
allegedly.
Deep pocket. No, they are. They'll admit it. They lawyered up right away in this case immediately. That's why I don't even think.
They were there that morning. I heard lawyers were
Yeah.
over Sigma High that morning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were
it's all
there
out there.
immediately. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
but
I don't
isn't-
even think. Go ahead.
Isn't the lawyer for the not Brian's? Well, maybe she is. I don't know. An alumni of University of Idaho. And isn't the judge university? He graduated from some college in California, but then he went to the University of Idaho Law, the School
Yeah,
of Law there.
Who are you
They're
talking?
all.
The Judge John
Oh,
Judge.
Judge. Yeah, he's from. He went to school in Idaho, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
he
all.
went to the University of Idaho. So did the lawyer, the Santa Claus guy, whoever. I forgot his name.
Yeah, Bill Thompson, Santa Claus. Yeah.
Yeah, they
They're-
all went there.
Yeah, they're
I'm like,
all
where are they
tied
gonna
back.
get a jury from? They all in that town like stay where they went to college.
Oh, that's why I think it shouldn't even be held there. You know what I mean? I don't think he's gonna get he's gonna get burnt. He's gonna go down for this. That's my prediction. He's gonna go down for this.
I would love to go there for a few days and just expose.
Me
all
too.
of
Me
this.
too. Yeah.
Here's
Take a
DJ
caravan
went
there.
there.
Hey, Bob
His
has a
big-
question, guys. What's your question, Bob? Was a college rivalry? He said. Oh yeah, that's right, because they had different fraternities. WSU and he's saying was a WSU rivalry with University of Idaho.
Idaho. You know, you never know.
They have a lot of star athletes. The frat at like I don't know what Hunter's frat was, but I know that Ethan was Sigma Chi, right? His brother was Sigma Chi.
Right.
And I have noticed the difference in his brother's size is crazy over the course of like a year. And I know there's like steroid use in Sigma Chi, right?
Yeah.
Well,
With David
DL
Loach, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly he was monster into that. You could tell just by some of his demeanor that he was. So.
And his like the shape of his face even changed. Like I don't know. They show younger pictures of him, so he looks like kind of innocent. But like in the picture of him on the couch, I thought he was like supposed to be a rapper or something. I thought that's what it said under that picture. When he's like sitting on the black couch out back, he's like smoking whatever he's smoking.
Right. Somebody asked me a question as well. Have I spoken with any Idaho students? I actually have spoken with a few. I've spoken with a few of Washington State.
Yes.
We do know some people that have family members that attend both universities as well, and were there when this happened. To be honest with you, there's not a lot of chitter chatter going on. It's pretty quiet. Not
Yep.
many want to talk, and the ones
Nope.
that have seemed to come out and discuss things, they've done it in their own way, and they've controlled the conversation. So
Yeah.
it's very interesting.
It
But
is.
yeah, even the family members that we know and of other families that we're friends with, they don't speak. Period. So nothing comes from that. I haven't had any good information come from anybody around the area at all.
The only thing that they said that they were scared. I've been told they were scared and that they didn't want to talk. And that's just all that does is lead me to believe everything that I believe.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I have a feeling, and I never really put out a lot of the conspiracy things that people accuse me of, but I'll straight say it. I think law enforcement in that area, just even
It's
from what
dirty
we've
as
seen
fuck.
by what we see on the body cams, they're rude. They're very dominating over different.
Aggressive, yeah.
They truly are, and I really believe that a lot of the youngsters there are afraid. Are you going to catch me with something in my pocket if I talk? I mean, if you get caught with a narcotic in your pocket, it could cost you your entire scholarship or your way to school or whatever it might be. So I think a lot of them are very intimidated, very nervous of what they can say, what they can't say, why they would say it. So they just are choosing to be quiet.
Yeah.
Right, because what's their consequence? We don't know. We don't know how severe it could be.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's the
you
scary
got
part of it.
four that are dead.
Right,
Yeah.
there are a few dead kids that really don't have
Yeah.
any explanation.
And there's more than just those four. I mean, what's happened, and I got a series coming out soon here that we're going to be getting into some stuff, but it's not so clean as they try to paint the picture. They try to paint the picture. Oh, we hadn't had a murder here since 2015 and all this. Yeah, well, I'm gonna be exposing some stuff that it's not so clean like they say it is. Trust me on that.
Yeah, I
right, how
was a
can it
little. Yeah, I was surprised when this first initially started breaking, when people started telling me that there wasn't a homicide in years. And the very first thing I find is that Hudson Ludlow, face down in a foot of water,
Right.
and it's claimed
Yep.
to be, well, it's a classic oops moment for an individual accidental death. And I'm thinking to myself, I see right through that. I mean,
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I actually had a couple of people that were very intertwined in that situation and were very close with Hudson. So of course I dabbled in talking with them to find out what they knew and what they were willing to share with me. And they surely did not think that was an accidental situation. So
No, not at all, dude. Not at all.
and I tend to believe some of those people that are right there and intertwined more than I believe my own brain most of the time. So
Right, you can go on instinct. I don't know. I don't hear. There you go.
Am I still with you?
Yep, now you are.
Fun stuff around
Tommy
here.
went away though, right?
Tommy's not here now. Yeah, it
Tommy, are
says
you
me.
here?
Yeah. Yeah, he said be right back. So
Oh, okay.
it's up to you and I to entertain the
Yeah.
crowd. And
Oh, look at that.
My cat was going
Just
crazy.
in time, Tommy.
All right, my cat was going crazy, and I'm not going to let her out when it's 25 below zero out. So
No, don't you dare. That would be awful. That cat would be so
Right.
mad at you.
right, no, I'd be mad at myself if I did. No, I'd never do that to her. She's my best friend.
I was in shorts and a t-shirt walking around today, so.
Oh, fuck
Oh my
you, dude.
goodness. I'm still not yeah.
That's the only thing about Minnesota I don't like is the fucking winter. Only about 2 months of it, January and February. It's only
Yeah,
2
it's
months I don't
chilly.
like.
That's pretty nice.
Otherwise, the rest isn't. By March, it's the snow is starting to get slushy, and don't get the 40 below fucking bullshit. Oh my god, I hate it. I fucking hate that shit, dude.
You gotta wear
Dudes.
ski mask.
Right? Yeah. Well, Cynthia made me a real nice slippers and a really nice hat, and they're nice and warm. Yarn, she knitted them.
Oh, did she crochet them?
Yeah, she crocheted them and sent them to me. Yeah, and
That's a lot of
they're
work.
I know, and they're totally awesome. I'm wearing the slippers right now. I wear the slippers all the time in the house, and then the hat is just like super warm. It's just really nice. Yeah.
What color is it?
Like a greenish and bluish mix with some light blue in there. Yeah, they're just really nice, really comfortable and warm, and yeah, my mods rock.
I would say, yeah, that sounds pretty awesome. They're spoiling you.
Yeah, I know they spoil me. Yep, and they do a lot of investigating for me too. So yeah, certain ones that they're always on the prowl, and they come up with some really good stuff. I have to give them credit; they're really good.
Yeah, we all got to put our minds
I'm a
together.
presenter. I'm not so much into. I mean, I can make videos and all that, but not as good as like what you do, Pia. Yours are really well done. I don't have the software to do that kind of stuff. I use like old Windows
You should
movie
let Bob
maker.
try to help you with the video. Like, you should have him. That would be so
Yeah,
cool.
I'd like to do
It'd be
that.
so
Yeah.
cool.
I'd even pay him for it,
Oh yeah, I don't know if he would ask you for that, but yeah, he would definitely be interested in helping you with it for sure.
That'd be really cool. Yeah. And then I got one investigator that lives across the pond, and I'm expecting something from him here pretty soon.
Across the pond, like in the UK.
Yeah. And he's really good. And
Lots
yeah,
of true
he's
crime people watch him from the UK and Australia.
big time. Yep.
And so, like, that's how I feel. They can't cover this up. If the whole world is watching this case, there's absolutely no way.
Shit. It's such a huge case because it's going to set the precedence of other future cases on this fucking stupid IGG shit. Is the LE gonna and FBI gonna be able to get away with this shit and show the country that they're getting away with it, and then you're gonna see lots of people being put away that are innocent. This is a huge case for America. It really is. I can't stress that enough.
This is going to be big in Supreme Court. It's going to go to the House of Representatives. It's going to be to the White House. There's going to be a lot that comes down from this. It's going to change the total dynamic of how cases moving forward are going to be able to be fought in the court using fake DNA and family trees and all kinds of stuff now. And it's very scary to think.
Yep, scary to me. Yep.
Right, and how many times can he appeal something? Is he at his limit? Because it seems to me he's been doing a lot of that.
No. When
No,
you're
yeah,
actually going, when you're going through the process, you can request motions of dismissal all the way through. You don't have any limit. And because of what his case actually is, being a capital death penalty case, he automatically goes into appeal the minute that guilty verdict is handed down and the jury sentences him. It goes automatically for appeal, and it'll be in the appeals courts for the next 7 to 10 years.
But how does it work that they don't have a murder weapon and they have DNA on some knife sheath? I don't understand how they rule
Yeah, I
that
mean,
weapon, you know?
yeah, in a lot of cases nowadays, you don't have to have the actual weapon anymore. But where this is all getting hung up is what I call fake DNA. I do not feel as though transfer DNA or touch DNA, whichever people want to make the claim of what it is, it's not valuable or creditable enough to
Well,
convict somebody of a capital.
C.C. Moore, one of the ones that invented this, says it should not be used in the court of law.
No, and through the years, it never has been admissible in a court of law. But now they're putting a spin on it to make it even worse now, because now the debate, we're not even debating back and forth on whether it's a credible or a valuable type of DNA. Now we're fighting over IgG. So now we've even jumped out of one realm that's more important, which is the DNA even creditable to begin with? So now we're now we're fighting on, well, what did the steps did they take through the actual IgG? No, you need to go to war and say that DNA, we want it out, and here's why. Let's fight about it. You know,
Right,
and
just
they're
how they
missing
didn't
them.
like test the DNA, the other samples that they found, right? That's their choice not to, but they should
Well,
have,
and
right?
that, and Tommy, you know, and everybody that's followed true crime forever, those extra DNA sources is reasonable doubt across the board, and cases would have been immediately been in big trouble in the past. Think of O.J. Simpson. If the glove doesn't fit, you got to dismiss or whatever they said. Well,
Right.
you know what? I'm sorry to say, if you don't have something better than this little, crap, then you need to find a better way to get some more evidence.
Right. You know what worries me about this case too is that they're stuck. Ellie and the prosecution now are stuck. They can't go back. That bothers me a lot. They're stuck because of the money situation and how much they've spent on trying to get this guy. And I have a feeling that Bill Thompson is not probably getting along with LE right now. I think he put his trust into them and they fucked him over. And I think they're kind of stuck because, and they're going to get their fucking asses sued. You know that, bro. I mean, Brian Koberger is going to own that fucking town.
They tarnished his reputation. They ruined his
right. Yep. And so how can they go back? How can they go back now and say, oh, this guy did it, not him? They can't.
No, they can't, because then they put us all at risk, the whole country.
Well,
you know what I mean?
And that's how I've seen this for a long time, and I think many agree. This is a double-edged sword, win-win for both sides case, because the prosecution's going to win initially. They're going to get a conviction. Then it's going to go into the upper court, and the defense will win via appeal.
Yep, that's exactly what I think too.
And what that does is that lets the prosecution, the state of the Idaho, off the hook to where they cannot be sued for everything that they are and all of this mess, because they got the conviction and an upper court overturned it. So now you got a man that's free, that's going to be paid behind closed doors. Yeah, he's going to be paid behind closed doors to stay quiet, make money on a book, do whatever he wants to do. He'll never have a career again, but he'll get paid. And then the state of Idaho is going to move forward and say, hey, we did our job.
Yeah, Bill
We
Thompson
won.
gets his win, gets his
Yep.
final win. You know,
Yep.
yep, they get off the hook for the lawsuits and all that shit. And and Brian walks free in 6, 7, 8 years or whatever. Yep.
Yep. And then
But
10 years from now, we're still going to have the House of Representatives and everybody else still fighting about IgG information, touch DNA evidence.
Right.
It's all
But
going
you
to
know what's
become a
scary
big
about that?
forefront.
You know what's scary about that though? Is that after all of that, they're not gonna go find the real people that did this. And
No, they're
that's what's
not.
fucking scary. That's what's fucking
Yeah.
scary, is that these people are going to get away with it.
Yeah. That's exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it in person happen with the people I've been
Same
locked
here.
up, where literally a guy sitting in the cell next to me, he got convicted. And I'm thinking, man, he's going to the death row. You know, I can't believe this. And then he whispers over and says, no, I'm going to win my appeal. Don't worry. Next thing you know, they win their appeal and they go home. You know, and I'm like, what did this happen? Are you serious? This happens all the time, because now they have no more money to investigate any more people. The house is gone.
And they don't want to they don't want to look bad either. You know what I
No.
mean? Yeah.
And if they get their conviction, they could tell all of Idaho. They could say, look, we've protected you to the best that we could. We did not know that the upper courts were going to rule like this. When they know it even now. They know it right now.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, we're 100%
Right.
on
They already
right
decided, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, they already, and that's why this judge kind of made the comments and I'm joking, but I'm not joking. That was a really creative way of going about that motion to dismiss. He pretty much said it right there. Yeah, this is going to be in the Supreme Court's hands, because I can't make that decision. One, because if I make that decision, everything falls down on the state of Idaho, and me as the judge is being the person that, you know, made the swaying decision in this case. And I can't have that, because then Idaho's going to turn their back on donating their money, and who are they going to donate to? What politicians are they going to trust? I mean, it's a huge, huge ordeal. Huge.
Right, and doesn't the leader that were you in here, AR, when he showed that video of the guy from the Church of Christ? What's his name again?
Doug Wilson.
Doug Wilson.
Yeah,
he has
he's
like weird ass videos where there's like fire in the background, and they're talking.
He's
about
a very
something
interesting
November.
individual. Yeah, very interesting individual. A lot of people I know, they want how we all feel about those. I don't think any of us could even explain that person as anything normal. Like,
Right,
you
he has
know,
like way too
he's a
much money
little
for his like
strange.
brain capacity, right?
I mean, if I wanted to even try to explain him, I would go on a whole nother tangent and probably lose myself in my own thoughts. So I'll just not even try. But it's an interesting situation. I mean, you've got to look at the situation with the Stickergate issue and the evidence that miraculously showed up with body cam and stuff of that. And that was a battle back and forth with the church. There's just so much oddness, just way too much oddity going on.
Wasn't Stickergate like a group of Jewish people that were trying to do like great things for the community, and they like made it out like they were, I don't know what they thought they were, like a terrorist
Yeah,
group or
yeah, they were like, Tommy, I think I'm right in saying they were making it out to be some sort of Russian weird stickerage
right. It
theme
sounds
stuff,
crazy.
Yeah.
you know, and it
It was stupid to me. It was like totally stupid.
And they like showed him cleaning up the town, and they showed it was weird. I was like,
Right.
what is the crime here? What is the problem? Why don't you guys clean up the
Right.
town then?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
All right, I gotta do something. I hate to interrupt here, but I gotta do something here before I forget.
Okay.
All
right.
Because I told somebody I was going to do this here. I got to share this, and then I'll talk about it a little bit. Let me see here. It's got to be this. Yeah. Okay, people. This is a missing person out of Missouri. missing out of Washington County Sheriff's Office, missing Donna Janine Cross. If you have any information on her whereabouts or any information in regards to Miss I, please call the Washington County Sheriff's Office at 573-438-5478. And here's a picture of her.
Does it say her age?
And let me show. Here's another picture of her.
Did you know she's my friend, Tommy?
Oh my
Her
God!
and
Are you serious?
We talked daily on Facebook Messenger. She's a part of my Facebook Idaho 4 group, has been since I started it. Her and I used to talk.
Dude.
We used to talk every single day.
Let's find her, guys. Let's find her.
So with this, this just came to me literally last night. I've already been digging as well, and I'm glad everybody's willing to jump on this because it's very important to me.
That's why I wanted to get as many people in here as I could to do this. Now, here's an update. I will be interviewing Donna's child, and they have all the answers to your questions. Honestly, it makes sense to me now. She was definitely dropped off by a cop. Now, this reminds me of that Kealana story I did. Honestly, it makes sense to me now. She was definitely dropped off by a cop very deep in the woods. The family is not sure people understand how far away in the woods she was dropped off at. They also want to assure you the hospital was supposed to be putting her in a long-term care facility. The hospital will not answer any questions about why they called deputies and had them pick Donna up. There are no reports that Donna was upset or combative. She was simply sitting in a waiting area, waiting to be moved to a long-term facility. Did you know any of that, AR?
I knew about the head injuries and the issues going on, and I knew she was going in for surgery. And then I knew she had her surgery, and she was still in the hospital.
I'm glad I had you on to explain. Yeah.
Some weird stuff happened, and it's really odd that for some reason she wasn't in contact with her children or family. But for some reason, from what I've gathered so far, the hospital discharged her knowing that she was actually supposed to be moved to a medical facility to continue actual health care for her. It was going to be a long-term facility.
Right.
And instead, they discharged her. Well, she didn't have a ride anywhere. Nothing.
Right.
So she doesn't even have the brain capacity probably to know anybody's phone numbers, anything at that point, sitting out in the front waiting area, and evidently someone called for
so it shows
help.
the family has begged officers to tell them about the pickup truck driver that was seen in the area and captured on trail cam footage. Officers will not release any information. Why aren't they releasing information to the fucking family? I don't get that shit.
Well, this is, to me, here comes another. We have to protect, one, the mistake made by the hospital, which is lawsuit of millions upon millions of dollars. But two, now you got to protect the officer that picked, this individual up. And where are you driving her to? Because when you get transported by a police officer, they have to take you directly where you're supposed to go. Otherwise, they're not allowed to transport you unless you're under arrest. They're supposed to get you into a cab or another form of transportation to get you to where you're supposed to be going. And here we are with an officer. So think about that, Tommy. If you and I or Pierre stand on the side of the corner and we need a ride to go anywhere, those officers are not giving us a ride.
Hell no.
They're not giving us a ride anywhere. Even if we need a ride to the hospital, they're not giving us the ride. They're calling somebody to come get us and take us to the hospital. So this is
direction.
Here it says, everyone you genuinely care. This has been an absolute nightmare, and we haven't received any updates because there either isn't any or we just aren't being told if there is. Our calls aren't even being answered. Either way, it's not going to stop us. To clear up the $1 million question, why the deputy dropped Donna off on the road, we have no idea. We really do not know anything about the logic behind it other than the police told Fox 2 News that the deputy offered to drive Donna up the driveway and Donna said no, but it wasn't even a driveway. Why was she offering to drive her? Oh, it's a female officer, it sounds like. Why she was offering to drive her down a fire trail road. Down a fire trail road? What the fuck?
What does that
like
mean?
what? Yeah, well, a fire
Yeah,
trail road, those are like just little tiny roads in the fucking woods and shit.
Oh, like a 2-track road?
Yeah, like it's just a 1-track road. Like what? Make it make sense. Make it make sense because my head hurts trying to understand the logic of this deputy. I fully agree deputies are not a taxi service and shouldn't be used as such. The only reason this is even the biggest red flag is because she was the last person to see Donna. That's it. It has nothing to do with the badge. Today we spent a good chunk of our day making phone calls, going higher up the chain to get things moving. Let me see here.
Evidently, Tommy, what everybody's saying, drop them.
We still had our people in the woods continuing to search for those of you keeping track of what we are and aren't doing. There's some more pictures of her. And what is this here now? Is this the same? Okay. Donna was, I don't know what order this is all in here, guys. Donna was picked up from the Washington County Hospital by a Washington County deputy sheriff that stated he dropped Donna off at Fire Trail Road off of Shirley School Road. This is 1.5 miles from where she was supposed to have been dropped off at. The road she was left on had no houses and no lighting. Donna was completely in the dark. She has not been heard from or seen since. 30 minutes after Donna was dropped off at the wrong location, a trail cam captured a truck passing by. The vehicle's owner stated they had not seen Donna when they passed through. Boy, I'd be checking his property. Donna's duffel bag containing all her medical paperwork and belongings was recovered, but it was unclear where or when it was found. Oh my God, this is a fucked up case, dude. Authorities have told Donna's family they have searched, but nothing was found and stated the search was called off due to bad weather. Donna had very recently had brain surgery and was not thinking as clearly as she had before the surgery. Donna was last seen wearing denim jeans and a gray hoodie. And then it says, and if you know anything, 573-438-5478. 573-438-5478.
Yeah, can they put that up in the chat? The number?
Yeah, I can probably do that.
Hey, do me a favor, Tommy.
Someone put this in the chat. One of my mods, can you do this for me? 573-438-5478. 573-438-5478. 573-438-5478. Did they get in there? Anybody get it in there?
I think so. Hey, can you drop a link for Clue? She even has more information she'd like to share with you.
Oh, okay. All right. Yep.
She's really she's dug deep too so far, so I know she can give you some good insight too. So throw a link for her.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to stop sharing this. Get back to.
Appreciate it. Pia, you still okay over there as well?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, good. I don't know. I've also seen a couple people. I don't know why they're saying drama starting. I'm sure the mods have it handled, but
There's
I
a
don't know
troll in here, probably. Yeah, somebody was calling me Drip Drop too.
My mod.
I don't see them, do you? I didn't see anything.
No, but I know the mods in here are really good at what they do too.
Yeah,
so.
they're really
Yeah, hopefully they're not giving them a hard time right now too. The mods. Hopefully they're not being mean to them.
They'll ban them. They won't put
Well, just if anybody's in here to troll me, all I can say is hi. Hope you're having a great Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and get back to work tomorrow. Have a good one.
Right, get a hobby.
Yeah,
Right.
It's okay. You know,
There.
my heart's still
Thank you,
broken.
Kathleen. Thank you, Sweet Surrender. Thank you, Elbow. Okay, there's who's in here? Cluminati?
Yeah, Clue. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Clue. There's a link there for you. Yeah, let's get her up here, and we need to talk about this. This is pretty crazy.
Join us.
That's another crazy fight, and it's kind of reminiscent of the Kealana story that we just ran shortly. Someone keeps messaging me. Who is this?
I would just say you were a hot man.
Right? It's like,
That's-
ding.
You know?
Blowing up your DMs, right?
Yeah, it's bubbly and elbow.
Oh, you got two of them sliding in your DMs. Wow, Tommy.
Clue. There's a link there for you, girl. You and Cletus. There you are. All right, good to see you, girl.
Hello.
Hello. You know something about
Clue,
this?
Clue.
What's up, y'all?
Good to see you. Good to have both of you here.
Yeah, so this started I think it was last night. Somebody asked in one of the lives I was in if somebody could cover the case. I told Rock Chalk to email me the info, right?
Right.
But it's odd. Like something I'm telling y'all is off. So the family, first off, I don't know why you drop someone off at the hospital for brain surgery. You don't pick them up.
Or visit.
Right.
That's cruel, right?
Right. Then the family said that they took her cell phone from her because she she was having trouble, what was it, remembering the password,
She couldn't remember the password and losing it.
and kept losing her phone. So they took her phone. Then,
What the fuck?
right. And it's like, we were looking all of this up on Dinky's a second ago, and the road where they say they dropped her off doesn't even intersect with. You explain that part.
So I forget the Shirley School Road and Fire Trail Road or something like that is where they said that the sheriff dropped her off at that location. But the problem is Fire Trail Road and Shirley School Road don't intersect. So that's one issue. And then there's the issue of, they said that her backpack was found.
Her duffel bag.
Her duffel bag was found where she was dropped off. And it's like something's not. And they said that the last time they talked to her was Monday, which would have been the 8th. But the missing person flyer says that the last contact was the 9th. So I think it's one of those situations where the information that's out there is just kind of poor. And it's unfortunate because it's really making it hard to help out.
Well, and here's the thing. The information that the sheriff's office is getting from or about her and everything is from the family. Now, Rock Chalk and them have been in contact with the family, but they have since also stopped responding.
They did me as well.
So
they did me as well.
I don't know. It's just...
And it's funny because a little while back, I'm trying to think if it was the end of November or beginning of December, when she was actually preparing to have a situation done at the hospital in regards to a surgery. Her and I were messaging back and forth because she couldn't figure out something about my Facebook group that she was in. She felt like she was blocked, but she actually wasn't. I could see everything she was typing in it.
That's sad. That's really sad.
She couldn't see it. So I'm trying to walk her through that. And then she says, hey, you know what? I'll talk to you in a bit. My child, I don't know if his daughter or son, is upset with me for trying to play on Facebook right now. So I have to give him my phone. I'll talk to you later. And that literally might have been the last time I actually was able to go back and forth with her. Before the day before she went in for the surgery was actually the last time I talked to her, but she didn't mention anything about that again or that conversation. I was like, wow, that's really weird. You know,
that is really weird.
You know, I messaged quite a few times after that happened just to see if she got back in my group because I could see her, but she was no longer discussing things back and forth with us. And I was like, what the hell is going on? You know, and this hits me last night. Like, I had no idea until someone reached out to me, and I had to double look at the actual name. I said, wait a minute. So then I went into my group just to make sure I wasn't freaking out. I looked at the name and I said, oh man. So then of course I wanted to get involved, but I'm glad so many people are talking about this because it's very, very important. And it actually, I teared up and actually cried a little bit last night over it because I felt so bad that I hadn't kept talking to her prior to her going to the hospital. Just kind of let it be. And now this, now this.
Well, it's
Yeah,
just really weird. It's a tiny town. Everybody knows everyone. You would think that sheriff would know. There aren't any houses. Like, there are houses, but, like, I don't know. Apparently, from what I gathered over there, like, the family is known. So why they wouldn't know where she was supposed to go, if that
Yeah, I
makes
mean,
any sense. Like,
it's just there's so many odd feelings that hit me just because of my experience, just thinking about, because I've been in the hospital for my diabetes, so I understand the discharge procedure where you literally have to have somebody there to get you.
Yeah, I've had over 30 surgeries, dude. I know how that shit is, and you can't just walk out of the hospital.
Yeah, they have to have somebody there to pick you up to release you to.
Yeah.
No matter what you say, well, I'm going to take a
sometimes
taxi
they don't do their
home.
job, though. Sometimes they don't do their job.
Yeah, but I figure she's
I've
sitting
had my
in the
vehicle
waiting
there.
room.
I've had my vehicle there, and told them that somebody was coming to pick me up, and they waited. And I had someone actually come and pick me up and just drive me to the car in the parking lot. I just took off. You know what I mean?
No, and I mean, I get that, but in my times, they wouldn't let me leave the actual hospital till they saw somebody there for me. Whether they were driving me or not, they weren't going to walk out and make sure that they drove me, but they wanted somebody there.
well,
I got to change up here.
That's the other side. If she was supposed to go to a long-term care,
Right.
you would think they would provide her transportation, right?
Right, they
Rock
just
Chalk,
wouldn't let her walk away.
right. Rock Chalk's in here. That's who needs to come up here because she's ass deep in this. So
Yeah, I would love to hear more from her for sure. If I could step down to make more
Who's
room
that?
because
No, I can have like 10 people in here, dude.
yeah, I just want to have voices to be able to be heard. So
Who,
if she
who are
does
you
come
talking
up, I'll
about?
be
Though?
quiet.
I had to switch. I had to get rid of the.
When did she go missing, AR?
Rock Chalk is in here. Tommy is who.
Oh, Rock Chalk. Okay, all right. I'll send a link, Rock Chalk.
And she's been talking. Her and Doodlebug have been talking to.
Yeah, I seen that. I just got to that, and I didn't read it, but I just got to where they were talking. Yeah, I could see that.
She went missing on the 9th, according to the missing persons flyer.
But allegedly was dropped off
The
on
9th of January.
Yeah, but allegedly she was. I thought you said she was dropped off on the 8th.
Well, that's what the family's post says. She was dropped off on Monday, but the missing persons flyer said the last contact was the 9th.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
So you can imagine how cold it is out. With as cold as it is right now, it worries me. Yeah. But,
Well, so what Rock Chalk was saying was they've turned it almost, she said, into a recovery and no longer a search. Like they suspended the search
Oh my god.
because it's cold. So they're not out there looking. But my assumption is they've turned it into a recovery because they think they suspect foul play somewhere, in my opinion.
they have to.
Right.
They have to.
That's awful news.
All right. Hey, Rock Chalk.
Hey, how are you? Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep.
Yep.
It's fine. So what you got? What you
Well,
know?
well, I have a house in Missouri too, so Doodlebug had hit me up last night and had made me aware of the lady that's missing. Oh, sorry. Anyway, she had surgery in December, brain surgery. And she had gotten out and she had some fluid on her brain. So she got admitted back in the hospital. They got the fluid off and she couldn't remember her passwords or anything on her phone. So her daughter-in-law and son took her cell phone. Okay. The last they knew is she was supposed to be transferred to a home facility, like a care home, a nursing home.
Long
Okay.
care home. Right.
Right. Well, somewhere on Monday about 11 o'clock, they'd talked to her earlier on the hospital phone. But somewhere around 11 o'clock at night on Monday, the hospital kicked her out. And so she was in the lobby. Okay.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So she was in the lobby. Obviously, I don't know this to be exact because the police, the sheriff department won't get back with me. Anyway, while she was in the lobby, a deputy from the county there, the Washington or whatever it is, I'll tell you exactly what it is, but I want to finish my story. Anyway, so a deputy picked her up to give her a ride to her brother's, okay, is what's being said. The deputy took her and dropped her 1.5 miles from where her brother lived in the middle of the dark she had a duffel bag with all her prescriptions and her medical papers in it and let her out. It's not even really a road. Well, there was a trail cam there that picked up a white truck. They found the white truck, supposedly, and cleared that guy. That guy said he never saw her. Now, in this county, the sheriff department does not have body cam, and they do not have dash cam. And they don't even have a search crew out looking. And the way it seems from everything that's said is the last person that had contact with the lady is the sheriff department. So why is the sheriff department not investigating more? Did the son? I was talking to them on Facebook Messenger. Like I've got people from St. Louis going there. Got a friend that is he's an anchor for the news there. I got friends in Arkansas. I sent a lot of people because that's 8 hours for me, and I had another disaster happen last night, or I was leaving this morning. But anyway, we were responding in Messenger until I started asking questions. Like, I want to know if they had a power of attorney. I want to know who released her from the hospital. Now I got pure silence from the family. I'm getting nothing. But it still don't erase the fact that the sheriff department has posted that they're not doing any searches for her till after this next week because of the weather. So we've got a lady out there that possibly could still be alive. She could have been picked up by somebody. Like, and it's really concerning because it's an area where Doodlebug's from in that area. And so it really got her and it really got me. And so we're just trying to get it out there the best we can, everything that we can.
Yeah, this is a scary situation.
Right,
Very
yeah.
scary. You know,
But,
and
it falls back on the hospital. Like, the news needs to go talk to the hospital and say, hey, why was this lady released? Because usually when you're going to a care facility, don't an ambulance take you from there to there?
yeah, normally you're transported by actual EMS to the
Right.
new facility, and they take you. You're either going in a wheelchair or you're going on the actual bed from the hospital. They won't even let you clothed in your own clothes and go normally. They
Yeah, there's
take
something
you as
really
you are.
fucked up about. There's gonna be some lawsuits on this shit. I can guarantee you that
Yeah.
shit.
Well,
And I agree. But right now we need to find the lady.
Find her. Yeah,
You know,
that's
the
crazy.
lawsuits, none of the lawsuits matter. I hate to say it this way, but I would like to have my little Facebook friend back. You know, I would
Right,
really like my
right.
Facebook friend back.
Right,
And I appreciate all of you for diving in and doing all you do. Rock Chop, thank you. Thank you.
So you know
Everybody
this
else.
lady?
I do. I used to talk to her every single day, Rock Chop, for over a year.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Hey, I'm sorry, bro. That's
Every single day I talked to her for over a year via my Facebook group, and we're friends on Facebook right now. You can look. We are friends on Facebook.
right. That's I'm sorry.
So
man.
I'm late. I'm late getting here. Sorry, in between the live, because Dinky covered it too. So you're friends with her. What are you seeing? Because listen, it sounds like there's some shadiness with this family, and I'm sorry to say that.
So initially, right away, when I found out about it from the individual last night. It came to me via email that if I was interested in working on a case. And I said, absolutely. I saw the name. I confirmed it in my Facebook. I immediately reached out to the kids, which I didn't expect a response because it had to have been 11 o'clock my time. And I'm thinking they're hours ahead. Literally, I got a response within 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
sure
Who are you?
Yeah, I'm sure they're watching everything. Yeah.
They
Yeah,
listen.
and
They
they're
were
like,
responding to me, and when I started asking hard questions, they started responding. Listen, when I talked to the same person you did last night, we talked via phone. She was pretty shook up, and I said, "Send it to every creator." I went into Dago's
right.
live, and Clue told me she would cover it, and I said,
Yeah.
"Send it to everybody. This is not a one-person thing. The more people we can get out there." So, but please continue. I'm listening. Please.
So I went back and forth a little bit because it started them being quite rude to me, whoever was on the other side. And I said, okay, look, I understand it's very hard time for you. You're stressed out. I'm going to take a step back. Let's just recollect our thoughts and we'll touch base tomorrow. Just because she's a friend of mine and I really want to be a part of this and see if there's anything I could personally do to help. Okay, fine, whatever. So ended it. Well, the first thing I thought that was important this morning was with a little bit of info, I should reach out to the actual sheriff's department in the area and say, is there anything I could do? Are you guys doing any type of search? Is there something I could do to help? Or is there anything I'm not allowed to do? Because I don't want to impede an investigation or anything. And they, initially they started talking to me and then they asked me, have you spoken with any member of the family? And I said, well, I don't really feel comfortable getting too deep into that, but yes, I do know of the family. He said, okay, well, we can no longer speak to you then. Click. And I just kind of sat there in shock and, my wife was getting ready for work. And that's when you guys went live on the other channels. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to kind of bite my tongue for now, reach out to you guys later and see what was going on. So I'm glad we've all kind of come together and started talking. But the kids did respond to me a little bit after the officers hung up and just said, if we have anything more that we want to say to you, we will. And that was it.
They thanked
That was
me.
it.
They thanked me. Listen, I sent people from St. Louis. I sent people from Arkansas, and they were all over me and actually messaging me a lot until I started questioning, was you a power of attorney? Why did a deputy pick her up? And then it was silence, and then they started hitting up the other person. And so, listen, regardless of what the family's into or whatever, is mute to me right now. We need to find this lady. Is where
Yeah,
I'm at.
I could care less about any other engagements that they have going on. They don't need to tell me anything. Just help us find her, and then we'll
who signed
figure
her?
everything out.
Who signed her out?
That's what the big question is.
Supposedly, they just gave her paperwork, and it was in her duffel bag with her prescriptions. She sat in the lobby.
Almost like a discharge. They
Yeah.
discharged her without actually following any of the guidelines of a proper discharge.
Right.
Yeah, they
and
would have had to.
Yeah, according to the daughter-in-law and the son, though, they were waiting because she was supposed to be transported to a care facility. That's why they went in there. But when I asked if they had power of attorney, crickets came, and that really makes me question things. So, did this lady not have a power of attorney? Did she sign herself out? And then it still goes to, why was she able to sign herself out when you're saying she needs to go to a care facility? And
Yeah,
also, let's talk
that
to
wouldn't
this.
happen. That wouldn't happen.
No.
Yeah,
Not
and this deputy.
with brain
Let's talk to
damage.
this deputy.
No,
It shouldn't happen.
no.
Right.
And Terry Martin is saying that, no hospital would discharge her. No LE would pick her up from hospital, no matter where she was going. Only way she had been released would be to family.
But the LE, the deputy did pick her up. That's a
I mean,
positive.
That's odd. That's really odd to me.
It is odd, and it's odd that the deputy dropped her off where there's no lights, no houses, and she had her duffel bag with her stuff Well, they found the duffel bag where the officer dropped her off, but no her.
So that's even a
Donna's nowhere to be
Danger, like
found.
their negligence puts her in danger.
That's another big issue. So we have to think about her not only being out there in the cold or wherever she might be. Maybe she didn't get picked up, but she doesn't have her medication.
And she's only in a
Holy
sweatshirt,
fuck.
jeans, and that's it.
Well,
She don't have
the,
even,
the
she don't
best
even
that we
have a
can
gun.
hope for, the best that we can hope is that she ended up at a house or someone picked her up and brought her home, and she can't remember her name or something, or you know what I mean? Because she's just had brain surgery. She couldn't remember her passwords even.
Yeah, but
Well, you
whoever
would think-
picked her
Why
up
would they be
maybe-
releasing anybody that can't even fucking remember their passwords and shit?
Yeah, but my question is, who picked her up? Do they
Right.
got alternate things they're doing? Because why wouldn't they
Right.
call the sheriff? And listen, I've called the sheriff several times. They won't even answer my phone call, but they answered yours. They are.
Yeah, they did.
I've been dialing in like crazy. I even emailed the Missouri Patrol, Highway Patrol, and I emailed the Attorney General. Well, guess what? Tomorrow's a holiday. It's Martin Luther King Day. So I probably
Yeah.
won't even get a response from either of them until Monday. But
Right.
they're not answering my call when I call there.
You know what I'm kind of wondering? I mean, maybe someone did. What if somebody hit her and now we've got a whole nother situation? I mean, it's a very dark area. They said they saw a truck going through there. Could somebody have accidentally hit her, load her in the vehicle? I mean, maybe we need
that
to.
could be, yeah.
We need to start looking at other hospitals because she might be in a hospital and nobody knows her name. You know,
We need somebody to talk to the sheriff himself from that county. He needs to explain what's going on, because there's no doubt in my mind that sheriff department knows what's going on. They're just not releasing it. Now,
what town was that in Missouri again?
if you look up Washington County Sheriff in Missouri, it comes
Okay.
up.
What would be the like? I want to find out the TV station over in that area.
Supposedly Fox 2 St. Louis is only an hour and a half from there, Tommy.
Fox 2 St. Louis.
But the town is Shirley, Missouri. SHIRLEY.
S-A.
SH.
Oh wait. Oh, SH. Okay.
IRLEY.
Oh yeah, Shirley. That's right. Yeah.
Okay,
Shirley.
but also, but her address was this name. You ready?
Okay.
P as in Paul.
Yep.
OTOSI, Missouri.
Papacy. All right.
Yeah, but they're all under that Washington County Sheriff Department, the way I understand it. But it definitely was a Washington County Sheriff officer who was a female who gave her a ride from the hospital.
That doesn't make sense to me, but I mean, if that's what,
it's
what happened, there's something weird about that.
And they talked to the guy in the truck because he was on the deer cam.
Oh,
and they already cleared him. Why did they already clear him? What do they know?
Right.
Yeah, and that, here we go again with more of this early clearing of people without actually giving a story to what's happening and why.
Right. So all you sleuths out there,
Right, get on it.
You gotta get on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Call the sheriff department. Call the. Hey, Highway Patrol investigates the sheriff department. Hit your Highway Patrol up.
Which sheriff's department is it?
It's the Washington County Sheriff Department.
Okay, in Missouri.
Missouri. If you just look up Washington County Sheriff, you'll get Indiana. You'll get everywhere. You have to put Missouri in.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I have to ask that question too. Is who said that Ellie picked them up? Is the sheriff's department verifying that?
Yes, they did. If you go to their page, but they're very short about it. And when people ask them stuff, they just say nothing further has been found.
What the fuck?
If you go to their Facebook page, you can read it all.
Bubbly's saying to do a community post with the information on it so we can all put it on our channels, right?
Yeah, and
right.
now
That'd be a good thing.
This is where Clue and Cletus can come in, because she shared it to her community post, the maps. Clue, can you tell them what you and Cletus found? Because I'm not real sure.
Oh, about those roads. So they say they drop her off on the intersection of Shirley School Road and Fire
Right.
Trail Road, but they don't
Right.
intersect.
What?
Yeah, those two roads do not meet. I put a community post in
What
my community.
What the
Jules,
fuck, man?
Jules has already shared it, so
Yeah.
it's in my
Now, do you got
community.
pictures in there too, Clue? Was you able to put pictures of her in there?
I'm going to add more when I get off this phone. All I've got now is that missing person flyer, and then I put some information on the
So at
whole.
least the missing
It's a
person flyer.
start, yeah.
Yeah, it's a start. Yeah.
Maybe you could share that missing person flyer while you got your subscribers in here, Tommy.
Yeah, where is it?
Do they not require body cams in Missouri? I don't understand
No,
how it was off.
not in
If
small
you
towns.
Missouri State Highway Patrol.
Missouri,
Clue.
if you go to the Missouri State Highway Patrol web page, and you'll see like missing persons, you can pull it up from
Oh, right.
there.
And her last name is
Okay.
I, right?
EYE.
Missouri what?
Let Clue walk him through it.
Missouri State Highway Patrol.
Do I have to put in like missing persons or anything like that, or
Just Google that, Tommy, and then
All right.
when you get to that website, you'll see up in the top right there's a bunch of menu links, and click on the missing persons, and I think it says missing persons adults or something like that.
Yeah.
Careers.
She'd be critically missing, right? Because she doesn't have medication.
Oh, they did Rock Chalk, didn't they do an endangered? No,
They
that was the
haven't
other
did a
person.
silver alert. They haven't did anything. All they said was not the book bag. What did I call it? The duffel bag was right where she was dropped off, and it had her release papers from the hospital and her meds in it.
Tommy.
And how old is she
Yeah.
about?
I'm at that. I'm at this.
Check your back chat. I just sent you the link to take you right there.
Oh, in private chat or
Yeah.
Thank you.
I figured that would be.
It says not found.
Hold on.
I'm at the site, but it doesn't have a little thing in the right hand deal. This looks like the very first page.
Can you pull it up on the screen? Because Cletus is good about talking you right through it.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do that.
You want me to drop down so you have more room? Am I gonna?
No, we're fine. We're fine.
Okay.
Here, try this link. The one I just put.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to put this up there so everybody sees.
Yeah, that one's better.
Okay. That's where I'm at right now. What you see?
Hold on, he's gonna do it because he went on there.
In your back chat, she gave you a link straight to where you can put the name in, Tommy.
Okay, here we go. Yeah. Missing last name. What was the last name again?
I.
Yeah, EYE.
Oh yeah, I right. EYE. Okay, search. There we go. Well, let me click on it. It's not going to let me click on it. What the fuck?
Bro, I think you got a different tab open than what we're seeing, Tommy.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I'll share this tab here so you see what I'm doing. It shows her and everything, but it won't let me click on it.
Yeah, you got to go. It was on the right-hand side of the row where she's listed is where I found the. I think it's
here. Can you see what I got?
Yeah.
I should be able to click on this, but I can't. Won't let me click
on the right-hand side. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. There we go. I'm sorry. Yeah.
There you go.
There we go. Yeah. And I can share this link onto. Takes forever for shit to load.
Technology, right?
Right.
And while you're doing that, I might add that there's a couple people with her same last name that is offenders, SO offenders. Again, supposedly this sheriff department is very well known, knows these people very well. My problem is that don't escape the fact that this lady is missing. The last person who saw her that we know of was a deputy. So whatever they're doing in their past or whatever might be illegal, that's none of our business. We're looking for a lady that's missing.
Yep. That's the whole thing right there.
Right, and she's not been missing that long, so.
Since Monday, and now they called off search till next week.
Why?
I don't know. It sounds like they're doing a recovery to me.
Oh yeah, that's what Cluminati was saying too.
Yeah,
Why
I
would you
mean,
wait that
it's
long?
25. It's 25 below here. I don't know. It wouldn't be that in Missouri, but I'm sure it's cold enough where a person would.
It was a
make
-2 last night, and it's 2 degrees right
Oh,
now.
Not if they
yeah.
just had brain surgery, I would guess, and they're like caring for themselves.
Well,
Probably
she had brain
lost.
surgery, went back in because there was fluid on the brain. But the problem is what it just this is not anything to take and run with. But what if she did get hit and the sheriff department knows and something's happened to her? Why are they letting? Because they're not doing a search. At least let us know that she's been found. If
Right.
God forbid, I hope nothing like that happened. But if it did, let us know.
Right.
So we're not out there looking. I'm recruiting people from all kinds of states. Like, let us know why you're not searching for her.
Yeah, there's something really messed up about this case, and then them like dropping. Oh, we're not going to search for her now. What I'm hoping is that someone picked her up and brought her home or something, and is taking care of her, and she doesn't know her name or something like that.
Now, Doodlebug is from that area, and she moved from there. So that's Doodlebug's area. She's from there, but moved from
Right.
there. So it's
Okay.
really personal to her, and she's been out every day looking.
Right.
She's boots on the ground looking.
Right. Yeah, that's this is a pretty messed up case. I want to find out more, but you guys know pretty much everything that's up to date.
Yeah, I wish they would talk to AR. They were talking to me, like I said, until I started asking, if
Question, right?
power of attorney and all that, and how did she get released? And now I've got crickets.
I'm gonna see if I can have Jen reach out through her private, kind of giving a different picture and voice, and it's a female that's young, and maybe if she just goes in softly, maybe they'll give a little more info.
Right.
Yeah, I've been paying attention to the.
It's kind of making me sad. It's a sad case. It's like it's a very sad.
It is, and I'll tell you, extremely nice lady. Through the conversations I had, and we did have some pretty deep conversation because, like you said, Rock Jock, there's some history in the past, within the family name that's not on the great visual for many. And we had conversations. I'm not going to get into the in-depth conversations we had, but she was very upfront, very honest about a lot of things with me, and just a very sweet, lovely lady. Very, very sweet, lovely lady.
Yeah, no food, no water.
Doesn't deserve this at all.
When was the last time that she contacted you? What was the date?
For me?
Yeah, for you, yeah.
I'm trying to see. I think
must have been like Saturday or Friday or something, maybe.
Did she seem okay? Was it pretty normal?
I'm trying to. December 26th is the last message that I got on my phone from her messenger.
Oh, that's a while. That's been a while ago then. Yeah.
And that was when the kids were upset that she was talking to me because she was having a hard time being able to sign into the Facebook, which she was already in the Facebook, so I knew she was struggling because of the brain issues.
Right.
But I didn't think anything of it. I thought the kids are there, everything's good, no big deal, whatever. And and then I got into the holidays, and then this YouTube stuff, you get buried in that, then you forget about things. And
But this is so much like Kaylana's story that we ran from Texas. It's a lot alike. I don't know if you guys seen that show that we ran or not, but a sheriff's deputy, this girl kind of a little messed up. I mean, she wasn't into drugs or anything like that. A deputy smashed her window out with a 2x4, chased her in the woods, and she disappeared. And the last one to see her was a deputy. And that's been, holy shit, like a long time ago, you know? And she's never been found. It's kind of a lot of similarities.
Can I say something real quick, please?
Yep, you sure may.
Okay, sorry about that. I keep trying to type it in, and it says this comment has failed to post to once. Anyway, Terry Martin had asked a question, and her question was, Rock Chalk, how do you know that it was a sheriff officer that picked her up? If you go to Washington County Sheriff Office page on Facebook, it says that it was a sheriff officer that picked her up from the hospital, and it was a female sheriff officer. So there's your answer to the question. It won't let me put it in the chat. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Sorry about that. I wanted to answer that.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Is it a link that you were trying to post or something?
No, all I typed was, please, Terry, please go to the Facebook page of the Washington County Sheriff Department, Missouri. It has it there, and then it says this comment has failed to post. And I did it 3 times, and it told me big red letters.
Are you trying right through StreamYard here?
I'm trying through the comments. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's weird.
I've never had that happen. It's bright red too, like a
that's really
whammy.
Weird.
Whammy
Right.
for mentioning Facebook, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe pull up the page and see if you can talk in there. You know what I mean? Pull up the actual video, YouTube video. Just make sure that you stop it so it don't get echo. That's what I have to do to post links.
Yeah, she said thank you. She can catch it. I have an iPhone 15, and I have to shut off my Bluetooth to even talk to you guys. I don't dare try to go to YouTube and this.
Yeah. Okay, I got you.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. All right. Well, that's quite the case there. That's something I'm going to be digging into here.
Yeah, I'm glad to know that AR knew something about it too. Like,
yeah, that's huge. Right.
Yeah, I've already brought it up within the group where she was a member, and many people remember. We're already talking back and forth about it. I mean, I've even joked that my biological family's in Missouri. Maybe it's time to go meet a few of them, which I'm not going
to. There's a guy with Echo Search. He's in Clinton, Missouri, which is about 3 hours from there. But I messaged him, but he just found a guy that had been missing for 10 years, found the car. And I'm hoping he'll go there. But I've got a friend here that does the drone work for RPD and our sheriff, and it's freelance. He's willing to go. But if we have nowhere to go or don't know what's going on, that's an 8-hour trip for us.
Right.
I mean, I'm glad to make it. I'd just like to know a little bit more.
Yeah. Well, I'm just at this point. I mean, 4 days. A search now would be exactly what they're saying it would be. It would be a go find the body at this point, unfortunately, unless it's a home to home or hospital search, or
unless she ended up at somebody's home, you know.
Yeah, and that's what I'm hoping for. But unfortunately, in that area, it sounds like the homes are far and few in between, and they're far.
Missouri, I bet it's pretty rural.
I am going to answer. I do want to answer one more question. I see it in here. I do not give out other people's phone numbers, even if I have them. I do not. I do not give out other people's emails. So whoever's telling you that, Michelle, is wrong. I don't give out that information at all. So I'm going to leave it at that and continue with looking for this missing woman. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think
snowing. Cletus asked, "Is it snowing there where she went missing?"
It was snowing, and they're supposed to have another storm coming through.
Oh boy!
Then to me, now would be the time to be looking, because there would be
right.
Yeah.
Well, Doodle said when she went this morning, there was a couple of farmers there, and that was about it. And her, like, there's not like a bunch of people looking even.
Yeah. It's a pretty sad situation
It is
altogether.
very sad.
AR, anything you can find out, hit me up. Like, I'll make sure you get my email. I'll load my dogs up and I'll go. I have no
Yep.
problem doing it.
I'm going to be
That's
digging
awesome,
into it.
Doc.
You
That's
know,
pretty
I'm going to do
awesome,
everything
Doc.
I can. So,
Right.
and I'll stay directly in touch with everybody about it. Anything I learn, I'll share immediately. And
Yeah.
Well, if you could, you guys do what Clue did and Dinky's going to do. Your community pages would help a lot if you don't mind putting it there. And if I
Yeah,
get
that's what I'm gonna
updates,
do. Yeah.
if I get updates, AR, you get updates, please put it on the community page so that we can share and
Yep.
know what's going on.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's a
that's a
great
great
idea.
idea.
Yeah. Everybody
Big
should do
deal.
that. Actually. Yeah.
And thank you, all you creators. Like, this was brought to me by Doodlebug, and I love her
Me
to
too.
death. But it also, I hate it that this person is missing. And I'm going to try to do everything I can to help
Right.
too.
Rach brought it to my attention last night or whatever. Wanted me to run a story on it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well, it's even
Doodlebug
more
reached out to
personal.
me, and
Yeah, it's more
Yeah.
personal knowing that
That's
AR
that's what
knows
it's
her.
about. You know, community. That's what it's all about. Is cases like this.
Well, not
and
only
that's
that,
what.
you guys reach out everywhere. Y'all got different subs.
Yep.
You know
Yep.
what I mean? And
Yeah,
Yep.
sharing
from
the
all over the
picture is going to
place.
be a
Yeah.
big thing. Because in today's day and age, I'm not gonna lie to you. I carry 2 German shepherds with me everywhere I go. But if I see a
Right.
woman walking down the street, I'm more apt to pull over and call 911 than I am to put her in my car. And that's because I don't
Right.
want to get stabbed. I don't want my dog stabbed. So getting the picture out there, if somebody passes her or sees her in, say, Dollar Tree or Dollar Store, they can call
Right.
911.
Yeah,
So the
she could
picture
be.
is
She could be
important.
in a. What do you call like a homeless place or
Like a
something?
homeless shelter. Yeah.
Yeah, not knowing your name and shit. You know.
You could have got picked up by traffickers. Let's be for real.
Well, that's true
I
too.
mean, I
Yeah,
hate to say
exactly.
that.
But
I hate to
no,
say that.
actually, I'm running shows on that here pretty quick.
So you know that that's a
Yeah.
possibility too.
Yes, very much so.
And
Yes.
if we're not addressing it, they think nobody knows she's missing if we're not addressing it.
Right.
Well, and it doesn't seem like anybody around there is trying to get it out there. I mean, it's everybody from afar that I'm seeing that's willing to go the extra mile to talk about this, but the people right there, including the family, aren't putting it out there. I mean, what's going
Right.
on?
Yeah.
I mean, what's
That's
legitimately going on?
yeah. That's just something's not right.
I'm gonna look real quick and see what the population is, because I guarantee it's not
Is
very
this
much.
the only
Yeah,
picture?
it's gotta be.
AR, do you have more
Gotta be.
pictures of her?
No, I got quite a few pictures
Oh,
actually.
good. Okay.
Yeah, I've got a
I'll
lot.
put them in the community. You guys can just grab them from there or whatever.
I mean, I'm literally like, I have her whole Facebook page. I'm her friend on Facebook.
Right.
It's really weird. When I looked at the Facebook page, I think there's only one post in regards to this.
Right.
Just saying missing.
That whole county is only a population of 456 people.
Oh, jeez.
And
Oh, wow.
AR, did you happen to, if you click, because her daughter-in-law and son, that's who's been posting in her page. I think her name was Terry. That's who
Right.
I clicked on, and she's got more on her page, a lot on her page.
Okay. I didn't click over on anything on that Facebook other than her
Actually, her
page.
her name is Leanne Miller, and that's her daughter-in-law, and she's putting everybody that searched, where they're at, how long they've been searching. Yeah.
And this human trafficking that I have to say this because right now I'm into a deep dive on it, and people don't like talking about it. And I ran one show on it, and I got very few views. And I think people don't like to, and people need to start looking at this stuff because it is massive. It's bigger than the drug business. Think about that. I mean, just think about that for a second. Yeah, human trafficking. It's larger than the drug business. So I mean, this shit is going on, and it's bad. I'm going to be running a documentary on it.
And she was so vulnerable, all bandaged up like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Also, Tommy, I got to give Cletus kudos. When he was looking it up, all he kept saying is, "My God, look how many missing people's here." Even in Missouri. I mean, that's every state.
It is. It's every state, yes. And
Can I
people
just
need
say
to don't be scared to watch anything on this. I mean, people like shy away from it. They don't want to talk about it. They just want to like, and that attitude needs to change. People need to start watching these documentaries and start looking at this stuff because it is fucking unreal what's going on. And the United States is number fucking one.
Not only that, this is somebody's mother. You know, this is somebody's daughter.
Yep.
It could be
Granddaughter. Yep.
everybody that's listening. It could be a relative of yours. So
Yes. Well, I got a friend right now. I have a friend right now. I got
Yeah.
a friend right now that we think that's what happened, and that happened 10 miles from me, right from here, 10 miles.
That's
horrible.
terrifying.
I
Yeah,
find the
that's-
comments on that Facebook group really interesting because they say another woman missing, probably deceased under the sheriff. Like there seems to be a lot of animosity
Wow.
towards the sheriff.
In a county of only 456 people, that's odd, right?
That's really odd.
I
Cletus,
just
I
was
agree.
reading these comments like what? Like what? And I don't know, but I also find it weird that they kind of made it a point to say it was a female deputy who dropped her off.
Yeah, I was going to say that too. Why would you throw that out there so boldly?
Like, what does it matter?
Yeah.
Right. Who,
What?
male or female? Why did they drop her off somewhere? That's weird.
They're trying to clear the department, so people need to be calling that department, that sheriff office, and demanding answers. That's where I would start.
Do they have the officer on camera that took her?
There's no cameras. Well, maybe at the hospital. I would
Right.
assume
That's what I
at the
mean, like the
hospital.
lobby camera or like the emergency room camera or wherever ICU.
Well,
that's
that's why
something
I'm
else I
saying we need to be hitting up the sheriff department because why aren't they investigating this? Because their officer supposedly is the last one that saw her. Why are they
That's
not
a-
investigating it?
That was another comment I read. Something about the trail cam. Maybe the guy who owned it was saying they're trespassing on my property. That's not her or something. I don't know.
Yeah, there was 3 people on that trail cam, and he reported it and posted pictures on there. And the sheriff took it off because supposedly the people they said that's not her. But how do we know that's not her? The sheriff
On that
immediately.
road, who else would it be?
I don't know, but they took the
Right.
pictures off the page. They were on that page.
Oh my Christ.
Why? Yeah, why would they take that off of there? Maybe if it's misinformation,
Yeah.
you might do that. You know what I mean?
I don't
Well,
know.
I didn't get to see
Well,
the
how many
pictures.
bandaged people could be walking around? You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. What the hell?
Well, not only that,
Well-
they're saying it wasn't her because there was 3 people, but maybe she had 2 other people with her afterwards. I don't know.
Are they putting them all in the same place? Like are they dropping them off near a
That's just, wow.
shelter or like a
That
you know what
place,
I mean? A
that
mission
place
house
is
or something?
supposedly that place is supposedly called a dump area. Like people dump their trash and different shit in that area. It's called a dump area.
Yeah,
Oh,
you can't tell me
no.
the sheriff would not
Right.
know that. You cannot tell me a sheriff deputy would not know what the fuck that area was used for. I'm sorry.
I
Right.
agree.
Right, I
And they
agree.
should have cameras there too. You don't know what's gonna happen. You gotta have surveillance for everything.
They don't
The
even
only
have
thing is
light
that
streets
sounded like
there.
a female officer is the only thing.
I think they're hiding something, but what are they hiding?
Right.
They shouldn't
Yeah.
even be dropping people off. I don't even know how that's like
No, that,
thoughtful of them or
right.
protecting anyone. I thought they were
Yeah.
supposed to protect and serve us, not like drop people off when they're
You know, you
vulnerable.
Well,
say
and
that. You say that, and when I was in that Facebook page, people said, "Well, the sheriff department is not an Uber or a taxi," and I said, "Really? Last time I read it says protect and serve, so
Yep,
they're
that's right.
serving."
Right. What else do they got to do in a county that only has 400 and some fucking people? Come
That's what I
on.
was going to say.
Right? And where's the honor in that, right?
There
Right.
has been one situation where I was intoxicated and a sheriff stopped and picked me up and took me to the hotel that I was staying at instead of arresting me. So I can see.
It does happen. It does
Yeah.
happen. I've been picked up too by the cops.
Well, you
and
were there
given a ride.
safe, right? You got there
Yeah.
safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was picked up by the cops and got to jail quite safe many times. It was awesome. They
Free of
they allowed
charge,
me
right?
they put me right in, let me go to sleep immediately.
Yeah, Doodle says on here the department has confirmed, which they did, has confirmed the officer picked her up.
Yeah. Ha. That's strange. And it sounded like a female officer. you'd think would be a little safer, but
You know what? I don't know if I agree. I can't disagree, but I'm not sure I agree because I've seen some very aggressive female officers.
oh
beat
yeah,
up
there's no
women.
doubt about that. I've seen it too.
Yeah,
Yep.
I've endured a thump or two on top of the head because of things I said. Now I'm not saying I didn't deserve it, but what I'm saying is
Right.
I've had a few aggressive ones. So, and her not being mentally right, coming out of a brain surgery, she could have been saying things that were rude, disrespectful, not even knowing what she was saying. An officer took offense to it,
Right.
told her to get the heck out of the car.
Yep.
They boot you out instead of giving you a ride home. But just where they let her out would just that drives me nuts to even think about. Really, it just really drives me nuts.
And
Is
not,
it
Because
an
you never.
area where she would like get picked up by somebody, like thinking she
she
was
didn't have a
vulnerable?
phone. But not only that, it's winter
That's
and they
what
don't have a homeless shelter there. So why couldn't she stay in the lobby where it was warm at the hospital
Right.
until
Yeah.
she got transported? Why did they call a deputy? Like, there's a lot of questions here.
Yep, there is. Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, just none of it makes sense at all. And see, this is why when people question me when I go through my little videos and I use my mind and I dissect things, thinking, and then I talk about it and I say, well, this is what I don't understand why so and so would do this. And they're like, law enforcement would never do that. Well, tell me why this officer just dropped this lady off in literally the middle of nowhere in pitch black dark. No, and she had to have tossed the bag out with the medications and everything. It's not like, I mean, why? That's all that our minds are thinking. Why?
Big why? Yeah.
I did talk to someone, we all know him, but I'm not going to throw him out there, that was a deputy in that area for 5 years and left because of the crookedness in that area. I know that's what she told me, and I know that that's why she left. She worked there 5 years and left that area.
Wow.
Well, and sad thing about those little areas, everybody knows everybody. Everybody knows every bit of your background, the mess that you have, the drama that you have. And the officers can play on that too, because it could be a family member that you hurt, somebody in your family hurt, pissed off, whatever. Well, now that issue spurs over, and guess what? You have a law enforcement agent involved. And
yeah, and now you got a lady that's out there in the cold, nowhere to go,
Right.
and we don't even know if she's alive.
No. Well, I mean, I hate to be the negative bunch of. We're going on 4 or 5 days right now. If somebody hasn't picked her up and helped her in a way where she's somewhere in a medical facility or somewhere where her mental aptitude is not allowing them to figure out who she is or what, but I would think they would have contacted, law enforcement or a hospital or something that would be digging deeper into this, and they're not, which is telling me when you say it's a rescue mission now, they know far more than any of us do, and it's
recovery.
Recovery. I'm sorry. That means it's not a good end result.
Right. Usually.
I mean, that's just my opinion, and I hope I am so wrong because I'm literally telling you, this lady was one of the most amazing people to talk to. So amazing. Just
well, we need to get it out on our community pages and get the posters out.
There's been no search party or anything, even due to the weather or anything?
No, only locals like Doodlebug. Like, very few people's been looking. The family says they've been looking, but I bet Doodle didn't even see them today.
But why isn't why isn't the family on the local news? Why are they not calling anybody and everybody
They
to
say
get
that
this
they've
story?
called the news and that the news told them they won't cover it until the sheriff tells them they can.
But
now,
she's in
I don't know how
danger.
true
But-
that is, but that's what they say on their Facebook.
Well, let's use our thinking caps, ladies and gentlemen. When is it that mainstream media doesn't cover something until the police tell them they can? Come on, we know better.
Right,
than
it's
that.
a human
We
being.
know
That's not right.
Yeah.
They run whatever
We know
the fuck
we
they want to run.
we know better than that. So what? We're not allowed to call it either because we're on YouTube and the sheriff hadn't cleared me yet. Come on.
Yeah.
Right, who's gonna stop us from doing it?
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
I'm hoping that enough pressure gets put on. I'm hoping the Attorney General reads this and says what in the Green Street, what's going on? Because say that she does have a problem family, does that give the officer a right just to dump her in the street and leave her in the middle of the dark?
no.
Yeah, no, that's fucked up.
Listen,
I mean, there's
not everybody's got great families. We've always got somebody, and that don't make everybody bad, and that don't make the person that you don't like bad. But you can't
Right.
treat humans this way, and this is wrong.
Yeah.
And it starts from the hospital all the way through the process. It's a failure all the way across the board.
Yep. Agree.
From start to right now, it's across the board of failure.
Yep. Agree.
You know?
All right,
This
guys.
is
Well,
what
let's get this out there on our community pages and stuff. I'm gonna close this down. And,
Yeah, I know I
Okay.
will.
Yeah.
Well,
And,
thank you very
I will-
much to everybody.
Yeah, I want to thank everybody, the whole panel here. Strange, Pia, thank you for being a guest.
Oh, yeah,
and
thanks for having me.
AR and Kluminati and Cletus and Rock Chalk, thank you very much. Yeah, let's get this out there. That's what needs to be done.
I'm on
Absolutely.
it too. Thank you very much. AR, I'll be
Yeah.
paying attention to your community page, definitely.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be doing a lot of videos too. It's going up on community page. I'm gonna be doing videos. I'm gonna really push this issue. ladies and
Yeah, I
gentlemen.
might jump on this tomorrow too. It needs to get out there. So
Listen,
yeah.
I'm gonna follow all of you, and if you need me, I'll be happy to help you. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
my
down
email's
for
in my
finding
channel
out.
description.
Yeah, just get together with my mods and stuff.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
Chuck, I'll speak with you directly here very, very soon.
And my mods, anything you can dig up, go. You know what to do. You know what to do. I don't know if Rach is still here or not. She's the one that. Oh yeah, she's here. Or no, that's Beth. My eyes.
Well, like I said, Doodlebug knows a lot because she's going searching every day too. So
Right. Yeah.
Is there a Facebook page already up for this?
I
There
have
should
not found
be.
one for just her. No, I'll
Oh,
see the
God.
family.
That's like the first thing I would do if I was family. You know what I mean?
All right,
That's
just
the
to let
first
everybody
thing I
know,
would do.
I'm going to create a Facebook page
Yeah, there
for
you go.
this, and
Yeah.
I will
Okay.
send everybody the link, and let's get everybody to join and
Thank you.
follow, and we're going to run that.
That's an
Fair enough?
awesome idea. Yes,
I think that's a
awesome.
great
Yeah.
idea.
Yep.
Okay, I'll get that up in the next hour or so. I'll get everybody links, and we'll get as many people to follow that and get involved in this as we can.
Absolutely.
Sounds great. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah. Thank
Yep.
you guys. Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. You guys all have a great night. Appreciate all of you.
And to my beautiful crime family, thank you very much. Try to spread the word around. Mods, you know what to do. Send me what you got. Send me what you can get. And until next time, rock and roll.
The world was on fire and no one could save me but you. Strange what desire will make foolish people do. I never dreamed that I'd love somebody like you. I never dreamed that I'd lose somebody like you. No, I don't wanna fall in love. No, I don't wanna fall in love with you. With you. What a wicked game you play to make me feel this way. What a wicked thing you do make me dream of you.